There we go.
Oh, but can they hear us?
They can, unless you want me to mute.
I think I can mute myself. I have a few chores.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just mute the mics. Oh, I hear the kitty. Okay, so we are just about ready. We are 2 minutes to showtime. I've already turned on audio. Um, yeah, just letting you guys know. So audio is already live.
Yay!
Yeah, we are. We've got a couple of people watching on Twitch and Facebook. Hello, guys. We got
Hello,
a couple of follows
hello,
in the days leading
people.
up to this.
Oh,
GLSU
nice.
followed us, or is that Gisu? I can't tell.
Ooh.
Also, Three-Eyed Magpie, as well as Sylvan Bookstore. Wow, a bookstore is following. What
Nice.
would you want with
Nice.
our
Sponsorship.
channel? But yeah, cool. um, yeah, welcome to our channel. I wonder if you're tuning in right now. That'd be pretty cool. We are live. We're gonna start playing in a bit, continuing our Forbidden Lands campaign here in Dicecast. The crew is back. That is Erwin, Daryl, Marvin, and Lance. Uh, yeah, the full cast is back today. And when we last left off, who wants to do a quick recap before we switch scenes over and run the intro? Or we can do that after the intro, actually. But yeah, how are
Sure.
you guys doing? Like, I think we are pretty much all set almost. Just have to get Erwin back in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
is that my back?
Yes, you are back. There
Alright.
you go. I have a feeling, Erwin, that Grid Fam just does not work well with that laptop, no?
Yeah. Yeah,
So on the in the
I'll freeze
intermission,
with a hat.
yeah. In the intermission, we're just gonna do a quick swap, probably, of laptops. At least your tablet is running Discord, right? So no
Yep,
worries for that.
Nice.
Okay.
Multi-device setup.
So yeah, you guys, let's see. It's 3 o'clock. I guess we should run the intro then. Shouldn't we? Here we go. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, running that intro. And there we go. So we are all yeah, looks like we're all here and some people are still in the spirit of Halloween. So it was that your costume, Lance, for this year's Halloween?
No, this is my husband.
Okay. What is it? Like, is it
It's
supposed
It's
to?
a-
marshmallow.
Yeah, it's DJ Marshmallow. I don't.
Yeah, we're hip. We're in with the kids, right? We're up to date on
the
our
kids-
memes
for the
and
kids
cultural
who know.
references.
What's DJ Marshmallow?
Yeah, it's a DJ Marshmallow thing. I just like marshmallows, so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I can't say that this is Antigone's mask. I can't take it seriously, but it's close enough.
All right. Yeah, Antigone's mask is more like the Greek, the Greek comedy mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marshmallow.
If this were Antigone's mask, this would be that'd be pretty, pretty out there.
I
Like, no wonder Ziggler doesn't talk to her when she's got it on.
And
All right.
what's up with this girl?
Yeah. I better kind of think twice about messing. So yeah, this is episode 2. Episode 1 last time ended on quite the not quite the a cliffhanger of sorts, though. You guys had already saved, right? Like, saved your lives by then. So who wants to do a recap of what happened last episode, last stream?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
go for it,
guess.
Daryl.
Sure. So previously, when we left our adventures, comprised of Gragra, the orc rider, Eli, the human thief, Aleph, the half-elf hunter, and Antigone, the human blood sorcerer. They had found the ruins of Weatherstone, a long-lost castle just southwest of the what is the name of it previously? But from the city that we
The
started
Hollows, the
from
town.
the Hollows, from the
Yeah.
town of the Hollows.
Yeah.
Upon stumbling onto the ruins of Weatherstone, they began. Antigone decided to investigate a mysterious pool of blood that was on by the side of one of the towers. And approaching it, she was attacked by a demon octopus.
Technically, I think I attacked poked it.
What's that?
Yeah. You stabbed it. You poked it with your staff, awakening it
Yeah.
from its slumber.
So
Um,
technically, I attacked it first.
mm,
Right.
Violence was first
Yeah.
instigated by the party.
To be
Yeah,
fair, you
shot
didn't you didn't poke it. You poked like a spot like where it left some blood or some
Yeah.
ink.
Ah,
You
so
didn't
it was
actually
just.
poke it. Yeah.
This is his fault. Fully his fault.
Yeah, yeah, it was a bad octopus, you know.
Yeah.
Octopus.
And to continue to recap, we
Sorry.
managed to fend off the evil cephalopod, and after wrestling Antigone back onto dry land, we start hearing the sounds of merriment and the smell of cooking food coming from one of the towers, which we had assumed was previously unoccupied. And now we find our adventurers wondering what in the world is inside Weatherstone Castle.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, yeah, how are your characters feeling? Let's go around the table, you know, with their first brush of um adventure in the Forbidden Lands. Like, how are your characters feeling? Let's start with the lady herself who got attacked by, you know, the tentacles in the very first episode. Not a promising sign for this campaign, honestly. So yeah, how is Antigone feeling about this whole ordeal?
I think this he has willpower points spells on it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that before when we created our characters for our audience, there was a chance to switch around our stat, and I distinctly remember going strength. Who needs strength? And now that I'm
And
down to
then-
one strength, uh, it's all good.
Mm.
You're kind of looking back and yeah, wondering about that particular choice.
Oh no, because I love the whole trope about. I love that. So I regret it every time
Okay. Yeah, let's go to Aleph. Like Aleph, a young half elf like yourself, 17 years of age, if I recall correctly. How's he dealing with this? Is this his first time fighting a demon? Even?
Probably, yeah. I guess he was fighting, on hunting beasts, so he's not used to creepy looking and demon looking monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not he's still processing it. It's like he's wondering if they're gonna see more.
Okay. Okay. Still processing. How about sorry?
Probably he's just gonna he's just gonna puddle with fury.
Okay. Seek comfort with this trusty wolf companion. Yeah. How about Erwin? How's Gragara doing?
Gragara, well, he's young and starting all trouble again. So I'm a bit used to it. Although I can say it's probably my first time fighting a demon thing as well, because I'm usually a on guard duty and stuff. So supernatural stuff, unless it was the red mist, which was we clearly avoided back then.
Yeah.
I remember those days. But this time, I guess there's a reason the red mist kept us at bay. I don't know.
Yeah, like demons lurking everywhere. Maybe it's a good
Yeah,
idea to stay in your
yeah.
villages and stuff.
Yeah. And just hire guards like me.
And Eli, our other old aged character. How is the other grizzled veteran of the Forbidden Lands taking this in?
Well, I'd like to say I'm venerable, but Eli. This is probably not the first time Eli has ever encountered something otherworldly, or at least supernatural. But this may be the very first time that he's managed to inflict a grievous wound on it to force it to run away. Most of the threats that he's had to handle back then were, people and very urban related.
No, the real monster.
The real
monster
monster
is
is
the
man
devil.
all along.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism, yes.
Oh, we went there early in the
Yeah. Fight the power. So yeah, he's still a little shocked, actually, with the encounter. He's glad that he was able to help Antigone escape the murky depths. Kind of pissed that he's down one throwing knife now. He's never getting that back. But I guess it's worth it. You trade one throwing knife for a blood sorcerer, right? And
Yeah,
you
what's
come out
gonna be
net
more
positive.
useful in the long run?
Takoyaki
Yeah,
and calamari.
net positive.
Net positive. Yeah. Yeah. Spoken like the enemy there. Huh. All right.
Vertical integration.
Yes. So you guys, you guys are, well, I guess you probably extricated yourselves from the murky moat. And yeah, at this point the demon octopus had just been fought off. It fled back into the deeper waters of the deeper, like, mucky waters of the moat with like a shriek that you guess you wouldn't identify with any animal, octopus or otherwise. As mentioned before, there is you can kind of hear um the soft sounds of music coming from this area, this watchtower that, yeah, it's independent from the rest of the keep, and you see in its windows, just like over here in the image of Weatherstone, yeah, the light of a campfire from somewhere within, and not just that, but you also smell the scent of, freshly of meat that's being just, probably cooked on a spit, just, you know as you stand there on the ground. So the time of day, let me just remind
Oh,
you
right,
guys.
yeah.
So it is right now. Let me open up my interface for that. Hang on. Timekeeper interact. All right. So yeah. You have. It is currently. I think where we last left off, it was daytime, right?
Yes.
Afternoon. Okay. So let's move the clock back.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So and you had just started exploring, so that was 15 minutes in. So it's high noon. It's just past high noon, and
Okay.
the sun is. It would be fully, like, beating down on you guys if not for the presence of some clouds up ahead, casting like a, that seemed to be casting a shadow over the ruins. So yeah, what do you guys want to do this time?
Were we able to secure the octopus meat?
It fled. The octopus meat. Yeah, sure. There's like from your efforts earlier, there's like a bit of
A
tentacle.
tentacle?
Yeah, a sliced
Yeah.
off
Okay.
length of tentacle,
Okay.
maybe like 2 meters long, laying on the
Wow.
shore.
2 meters.
You hear that,
Oh
people?
my god,
2 meters.
Yeah,
It's 2 meters
it was a
long.
pretty
meters.
large octopus, guys.
what?
You know,
I thought it was like,
like it was probably like the size of a sedan. That's what I guess I failed to
Holy
communicate
crap.
that last time, but that's why it could, latch onto a person fully and try to pull them under. It's a sedan sized octopus.
A
my
Toyota
terror is 2 weeks
cephalopod.
late.
Chalk it up to adrenaline. Like, in the moment it seemed smaller, And
Oh my god. I should be a little more thankful. Yeah.
so yeah, there's like a
So
two
then more
meter.
scared, I guess.
Holy
Uh,
crap.
yeah. Some of you like, I guess the Antigone would know the most, being the one of the highest lore, that it's not exactly a smart idea to eat demonic flesh outright. Like you will have to kind of maybe like perform some kind of purifying magic on it before it's safe to consume.
How else would we assert dominance?
Other than eating the remains of your enemies, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Can't.
what do you guys want to do next? Remember, each area you focus on, like when you focus on it, that takes 15 minutes of time. That's like a turn in game time.
Actually, why don't we go see the singing and the roasting meat? One, because I don't want us to be out here when they start.
Mm-hmm.
And the other because maybe they're nice and will share food.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you guys are heading up to the watchtower area.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am
Yeah. Then
concerned
I
though
guess we
that
could offer the meat, I guess. If
I
they
am
want to.
concerned that we were like fighting, and I assumed that Antigone was not like going silently into the night, and she was probably screaming um, as the octopus was in
Well, if
combat.
she wasn't, she is now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really concerned about the fact that somebody's singing and cooking just within earshot of all this, and they never even bother to like take a peek or
That's the thing. Maybe they were. They
yeah.
are, and if they can take us on. So I don't like that at all.
hmm So you
Also,
guys,
I
yeah.
think. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If
Go
we
ahead.
can't eat the demon on.
Could you repeat that, Lance? I think you cut out a bit.
Oh, sorry. I said if we can't make leather skin, moleskin notes with it. So hey, of course that's only useful to me as the.
The sorcerer, yeah.
Your Forbidden Lands day planner.
Yeah.
With suction cups so you can stick it on
You
the
just
wall.
need 12 stamps.
Calendar journal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have crafting, DM. I have crafting.
Yeah, I guess that's something you'd be able to do with crafting. Anyway, so yeah, let's get you guys over to the watchtower.
All right.
So yeah, the ragged watchtower stands like like it's like a child next to the rest of the ruin. In the cliff behind it, vines cling to its withered walls. Trails of smoke rise from the caved-in roof. Yeah, so someone has a fire going inside. As you approach, you realize that the vines that kind of not wiggle, that kind of snake through the cracked stone. They are rust colored, and you can kind of they even as you get closer, they even like seem to be finger like. Um, so yeah, there is that, and so what happens is as you get closer,
Are they tentacles?
they're not tentacles. Don't worry.
This entire castle.
Is an octopus.
It's made of tentacles.
So yeah, as you get closer, you can hear that they start to emit like horrible screams that sound baby like, or even cat like cat screeches, like
Mm.
or even like bird like even. What do you do?
The do I know what they are?
Um, you have lore 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I mean, don't even have to roll. They are they're what you call they're what you call well, the vines are essentially demonic in nature, so you're starting to see a recurring theme in this place.
Okay.
um they they're what you call
Demonic vines.
yep, they are what you call screeching vines, and they don't look as there are like more stronger, more robust varieties of this. The ones here, um, the one like stronger ones can reach out. Like the more robust ones can kind of reach out and pose a threat to people, and try to strangle them. But in this
Holy crap.
case, they're just they're just screaming. The noise is audible. Um, like across the entire valley. Like it's that loud. It's like echoing off the valley's walls.
Are they screaming because we're approaching it?
It seems
Because
like it,
they
yeah. Like it seems to have been a
Huh.
proximity thing. Like as he got closer, like that's when like little mouths in the vines opened up and started in chorus screaming out.
Oh, that's not nice. I chop it.
As you chop it, the whatever detaches, like it turns kind of like to ash into wisps until it like just dissipates into the wind, into the gentle breeze in the valley. And it
Okay.
gets a bit softer, at least.
Okay. Um,
What happened to the
or-
chop off vine?
Hmm?
What happened to the chop off the
Oh, the
Yeah.
one that's still on the wall, on like
Yeah.
the face of the watchtower. So it shrivels up. Like that branch of the vine like shrivels up.
okay. Okay. Well, I look around and check to see if any of the rest of the group has perhaps a torch or anything that we can use to burn this mother to the ground in case that it's...
Wait. Do I know if that's a good idea, or is it like, I don't know, satanic dust now that gets into our
Yeah,
bodies?
yeah.
No.
Sure.
It's not like it you are not releasing the spores of Satan and breathing them in. Don't worry.
not
Oh
yet?
god.
You are effectively, it seems to be like effectively killing whatever is growing on the side of it.
How much of these vines are there? Like completely covering the wall?
They're not completely covering the wall, just like in they seem to go around the along around towards the back of the watchtower too, but you can't tell. But like they're not, it's not like a curtain. They're just like like long strains. And there are a few towards the front, and those are like what are screaming at you.
And from
I
our
mean-
Mm,
Like-
I want to kill it before it grows bigger and stronger, but whoever's in the castle might know that we're here. Oh wait, they already know.
They already
Whatever.
know.
yeah,
Probably
they would
from the
know.
sounds.
Mhm.
Are we able from
burn
our
it.
vantage point to see where it's growing from? If it's not like in a massive curtain and you say that it's
Mm-mm.
trailing down from something, are we able to at least determine that?
It's like growing up from the soil, from like the
Oh,
muck.
okay.
Yeah, it's not like
descending
hanging
from
down. It's like it's creeping upwards. So like
Mhm.
when it withers,
Okay.
like that that line of it, just um like whatever gets severed like turns to ash, and whatever's there gets like crumples up and
Okay.
apparently
it
dies.
grows from bottom up.
Yeah, it's creeping up. The vines
Okay.
are creeping upwards from like from the ground and the muck around the watchtower.
I'm not as concerned then.
Yeah, nothing's like gonna drop down and if that's what you're thinking. There's nothing
So
above
you-
you.
So you
Um,
say.
So I say for now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to burn it, or do you want to go check out who's in here, and find the meat?
I want to go in, and I'm frustrated because if they knew that we were in danger, they didn't decide to help us. So that's just rude. I don't take kindly to that sort of attitude. So
Well, besides, if they're inside, then the vines do not pose much of a trouble.
true.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so you proceed through the entryway, and like uh, you're able to like there's a short flight of steps up to like a mezzanine level, where that is on just above like the doorway, um, And what happens is, so you find like there's a the source of everything you've been seeing. So there's a campfire there that explains the light. Over the campfire is a spit that is
Mhm.
cooking, like what looks to be rabbit. And like as you enter this part of the watchtower, like for you've eaten. Did you guys eat today, or was that the day before?
But the day
I
before, I
think,
Day
think this is
before.
the beginning of the adventure.
yeah, kasi morning pa lang naman eh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we usually just eat at night.
yeah, that's right at
Yep.
camp. So like yeah, like it gets your stomachs, like a bit rumbly. It smells super awesome in here. Um and there's this
Hmm.
bard. You can tell because he has like a lute on the ground next to him where
Mm-hmm.
he's sitting by the campfire. He is yeah. So he when he sees you emerge from the stairs, he invites you guys to sit down next to the fire and share, like share a meal with him. Um take a rest from he says I heard the vines, I guess that must be you. And I heard some kind of commotion down there earlier. I hope it, but you guys seem okay. So why don't you? Would you like to rest up and share a meal with me? As you're not the first ones to come through here. There's there's some treasure hunters already exploring the ruins. But if you're looking to share a meal, share some, tell me about your exploits and pass the time. Well, you're welcome at my fire. He introduces
Is
himself
he
as
alone?
Dalb. He is alone. Yes.
Oh,
Wow, it's really nice.
and rather
Quite impressive.
forthcoming.
Yeah.
I wave at him. Hi.
You wave hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he looks, actually he looks like Aleph. He looks like a half elf also.
Mm.
Mm.
So yeah. He's much older than you. He looks to be in like his what 50s to 70s. He's
Oh.
graying.
Oh.
His hair is graying and a bit unkept. He's wearing a green tunic, um, gloves to protect against the cold, and yeah, he's got a lute like right next to him. So he must be some kind of minstrel.
Uh, what do
Sorry,
you
like
guys want to do?
yeah. Did anyone ask anything before that? I forget.
I think me
Uh,
and Antigone were just suspicious of his being very
Oh yeah,
forthcoming.
forthcoming. Yeah, that's right.
ako, Gragara steps in and says, is she, have you been doing this? That's a rather welcoming message for someone who is clearly alone in this abandoned fort.
Sorry, come again. That is a bit chopped up.
Too welcoming for someone who is alone in an abandoned fort.
Hmm.
I tell him.
Well, he says that I've got no stake in this treasure. I'm a minstrel. I'm here to gather tales and regurgitate them somewhere else. So, like the treasure hunters before you, I've got no reason to stop people or to stop adventurers like yourselves or harass them. I'm just I'm an observer, if you will.
How long have
Well,
you
would
called Weatherstone home?
Oh, I'm just passing through. This isn't. I don't live here. He gestures to the fire and the ruined watchtower around him, like a bit like, what were you thinking? Do I look like I'm destitute?
Um,
All starving musicians are, aren't they?
well,
Fair
Um,
enough.
mm.
how long have you
Lance, come again. How long have you?
been here?
Oh, I followed the treasure hunters before you here. Traveled the road with them, so I've been here since last night. Not too long.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the treasure hunters?
Oh, they've proceeded to into Weatherstone. I haven't heard from them since they entered, but they did say that they would come. Well, there's only one way out, one clear way out
How
anyway.
long ago did they? What was the last time you've heard of them?
Well, they entered last night, and
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Mm. Any can I check if there are tracks uh
Um, the
within this
story
area?
seems consistent. Like you guys checked for tracks at the entryway
Mm-hmm.
last session. It
Mm-hmm.
seems consistent that yeah there were there were tracks leading in to Weatherstone when you checked the ground there into the main entrance.
Looking at the bard,
Mm-hmm.
um, does he have any identifying crest? I don't know, a flag.
Ah, like heraldry.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't seem to have any of that. But uh,
What
like
about an accent that would tell us more about him? A
oh,
look.
interestingly enough, since you're asking that, his accent seems you can't really place it like from
Mm-hmm.
anywhere that you know in the Forbidden Lands or any people that you know.
Oh,
It's perhaps he's a foreigner of some kind, but yeah,
okay.
he is yeah. Um Other than that, yeah, he
And
does
does
look like a middle
clothes
aged half elf. The
does
clothes,
his clothes match any particular?
well, his clothes on the other hand do seem like kind of pretty common for any traveler in the Forbidden
Mhm.
Lands. So like not from here or there. Like the fashion isn't indicative of any like particular like one location, I guess. But yeah, that would probably clue you into him being some kind of seasoned traveler, like someone who actually like lives on the road and
Uh,
doesn't call any place home.
Okay. I'm gonna dip in the mud
Sorry,
Is
sit around what?
by the fire.
Sit by the fire. Okay. So yeah,
I
do all
also
of you accept?
I'll also start walking towards him beside him. Uh, Fury Fury's gonna walk
Mm-hmm.
this other side,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna watch his reaction around this wolf.
Okay.
How does he react around this wolf?
He doesn't seem too concerned about the wolf, like even from the get go. Like unlike the villagers in the hollows who kind of kept a safe distance until it was proven that Fury is a complete softie around humans. Like this guy wasn't didn't flinch at all when Fury
Oh,
went up.
so
Uh
Fury's gonna lie down beside him, and I'm gonna sit beside him. He's sitting down, right?
yes,
I'm gonna sit beside him. It's nice to meet you, sir. My name's Aleph.
he says, "Well met, Aleph. What? So what brings you and your friends to Weatherstone? What do you hope to find here?" He asks.
I look at Gara and
Kuya,
Yeah, well, of
manong
course
ano
we're
po?
here for money.
well, it's funny. Funny you should ask that. Uh, I apologize. Question out of character. What was his name again?
Dalb, DALB.
That'll
He
Dal.
introduced
Okay.
himself as Dalb.
Funny you should ask that, Dal. We came here in the hopes of finding some finding adventure and treasure, and you seem to be the sort of person to know a lot about locations such as this. Um, have you heard anything about Weatherstone before you arrived yesterday? Maybe you could give us a little bit of information on what we have to find inside, if that information is available to you.
As you're saying this, like he's bringing a pipe out of his pocket, stuffing it with tobacco. He gets like a wick, lights it from the campfire, and starts to light his pipe. Um,
Mhm.
after you finish asking that, he's got it smoky and like it's ignited, and he says, "Well, I can tell you quite a bit about Weatherstone. It's you're certainly not the first to ask about it. Esgar Farthing and his followers asked me pretty much the same questions last night before they entered. Well, you see, um, they seek the legendary weapon of King Algarod, the mighty sword known as Rustbite. Have you heard of this legend before? I don't know what
I
accent I'm
think
doing, but I hope it's making sense to you guys.
I look at Antigone in the hopes that she might have heard of something.
Have I heard of it?
yeah.
Did it get mentioned in the thing I sent you guys? Hang on. Let me just backtrack a bit and see if
with
that yeah, your initial
Yeah.
lore roll.
your initial lore rolls, yes.
Yeah.
Let me see if that
I
was
actually have
mentioned.
my lore of my own in case it might be a legend from the Hagra Waste.
Ah,
In
yeah.
Ah,
case.
That might be quite relevant. Um
Also, I'm just going to declare that I will never mention my name to strangers.
right. So what are you known as? Like what is the name you go by as? Because you
Well,
guys all have the option for nicknames.
with these folks, of course, they know my. But
Mm-hmm.
okay.
sorry, I just need to set.
You need to set
Your
Name
audio
to
cuts
people.
out.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why that. Um, is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I just need to set it that Antigone doesn't let you guys spit out her name to random strangers because she knows the
Okay.
power.
Of names. So yeah, what so Antigone is her actual name. That's not her nickname.
Yeah,
Okay. So what is the name that like the others use? That you've asked the
they
others
can
to use?
call her anything.
Okay.
We need to have like one consistent
Yeah.
story at
Like you
least.
guys go ahead and decide what you call the
Auntie.
I don't
masked
know.
lady.
You call
Auntie. Tita.
sorcerer,
Si
auntie.
Ante.
Yeah. She just doesn't like it, and she's repeatedly
Tita.
screamed at you whenever people like, oh, so what are your names? And then she screams at you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, what do you guys want to call Antigone? Let's decide
Oh,
that now
oh,
uh,
in the presence of
I'm
Nils.
happy with sorcerer.
Okay. That's nice. It's like a
the
title. It's like a
sorceress.
job title. The
You are
sorceress.
yeah, so it's very, very old
The
school
the
D&D,
blood.
right? Like your
Yeah.
job is
Yeah.
elf. What's your
Oh
character
my
class?
god.
Elf. Dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so yeah, he says that. So yeah, the question about the knowing about the legend of that weapon. It's the first time any of you are hearing it, actually. Um, but yeah, Algarod was a king from the land to the south. The one that's secured away from the Ravenlands by this wall that's heavily guarded. That doesn't let people escape from the Ravenlands going south. So it's called the Iron Lock, and anyone who ventures close to it essentially gets pelted by arrows until they stop moving. And the guards on the walls, they're completely silent. They never respond to any pleas or cries of mercy. So the land to the south, that's Alderland, and yeah, Algarod was from there centuries ago. He led the from what you know, he led his armies through the pass and tried to put an end to Ziggopher and for dabbling with uh for essentially to usurp him, and apparently he must have failed because his castle lies in ruins, and yeah, so and apparently according to Dalb, he explains that yeah, Esgar Farthing and his crew are looking for the weapon of King Algarod, the mighty sword called Rustbite. If you ask him, he
Sorry,
he said,
Rustbite.
yeah, Rustbite.
Rust fight.
Yes,
Alright.
he doesn't know what Rustbite does. It's just it's what Algrod called his his favorite weapon. Um, he explained.
These
Mm,
sorry, go ahead.
he goes on to explain that these other treasure hunters who came before you, led by a man named Esgar, were led by a man named Esgar, who seems to be like quite the impatient man. So upon recounting this information, they essentially gung hoed it into the fortress, into the ruined
Ooh,
fortress. Uh, just I guess they want to be the first to find this treasure, which hasn't been found for
how
centuries.
how many were there?
He says that they are a group of. Hang on, let me just get this right. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you, man.
Oh my
It's a group of
gosh,
4. Yeah. So he'll even recount their
four.
names to you. There's Esgar, who's leading them. There was Cordomar, who was a hunter as well. There is a yeah. They have a Rust brother with them, named
A Rust brother.
Brother Farabald, and they also had their own minstrel, I guess, who was documenting the that group's exploits. A lady named Dindria.
Vindria.
Yep.
As he recounts the various adventures of that party, I would
He passes the pipe
Eli.
around, by the way, like offering all of you a smoke if you care to. Sorry, Eli. Yeah. What?
Sure. Don't worry. No, I quit a long time ago. And
Good choice, old timer.
yeah, bad for the lungs. I go and move back,
Uh-huh.
and I would like to approach. Now, this is sort of a call to any of the other characters. Who is the furthest away from the rest of the group?
I am sitting beside
Right
him.
now?
Yes.
I want to be that person because
You don't trust him? Do you trust him, Antigone?
no,
Okay. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're the furthest away.
I'm sitting
Uh,
beside him.
Yeah, because Aleph is right next to him with the wolf.
And the wolf continue,
Oh, I'm assuming my horse is with me.
Yeah. You brought him.
Alright.
Like the stairs are sturdy enough. Like there's rot of stone, so it
Okay.
could take the horse's
Yeah, I was
weight
thinking
moving up.
castle, ano naman to, like
Yeah.
castle stairs. So it's
Yeah.
big enough. Alright.
well, the whole thing is creepy. Vines, and now this
Yeah.
weird bar, completely alone and safe. And I'm face palming as Aleph gives him. This is how you die, kid.
Like dagger eyes at Aleph. What are you doing,
Yep.
kid?
Didn't I tell you? You don't just give out.
I'm like, I look at confused, like, what?
Bakit ang sama ng tingin ni tita sa akin? Ano pong ginawa ko?
So I approach either Antigone or Gragar, depending on who's the furthest away from the group overall. And I express what I tell them is that I myself don't believe in. I don't put much stock in legends and myths of like mystic swords of ancient kings. It's ultimately after years of being underground. It's just mostly heavy garbage, but it does come with some sort of price to collectors. My more pressing concern is that if we do decide to go inside Weatherstone and we encounter these other adventurers who've come, there's a possibility that they may be hostile to us in the sense that they are treasure hunters. We are not.
Conflict of interest.
Alright,
I
we
understand.
Yeah, and if they feel, how do you feel about? And I kind of look around, like, murder.
Oh, you're talking to to your fellow PCs, but not down.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, to the fellow
Got out of
PCs,
this.
like somebody, like who's the furthest away, because sort of me just bringing up we may have to kill people because of a conflict of interest when we're there. They may we come in to try to save them. They may be surprised. It's a dangerous location, and are we prepared to just essentially kill these other adventurers to minimize risk to ourselves. And I pull out my short sword and just kind of like, play around with it. And, because I can do that. That's fine by me.
Hmm. Wait, are we or si ano lang, si Antigone lang?
Well,
okay.
it's
No,
either.
it's either your.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Ako, I've been guard duties before. If we have to kill someone because of they have their own interests, we have our own interests. If it's in conflict, we have to swing blades.
Okay. And then I look at Antigone and
I heard it could be useful, but sure.
that makes it a lot easier. But I then look around and I look at Aleph, who's I assume at this point still talking to Dalb.
Are you? Is
Uh,
Aleph still talking to Dalb? Is he starting up conversation?
Is he game for? Is he okay with
Oh
if I just
yeah,
like
like this guy
something about-
seems to
Sure.
be willing to talk your ear off if you're engaging him in conversation.
So yeah, I'm talking to him and then I'll
Sorry,
like
a little what?
I'll just tell him what happened. Not all, but like some of the things that happened the other day.
On the way.
Reaching to the reaching to the
Okay.
Can you not, Aleph?
Okay. So Dalb nods and he's essentially commiserating with you. Like he knows what it's like to be on the road. He may even be giving you tips on like traveling. So this will count as you like if you need justification like a teacher justification for raising your skill in survival. This will count. So okay. So now like as you're talking about the previous day's travels and stuff, yeah, Dalb is responding to that. But eventually,
Wait.
like, yes, what's up?
Skill trainer.
I suddenly and she. Well, if you are a minstrel, how would you write stories about these adventures? What are you doing alone?
Well, I'm hoping they come back. He says that and
And
recount their
simply
tales.
tell you
Yes.
about it.
I've got no taste for I've done this one too many times. I prefer to let them do the hard work and he he gives like a little wink, like no sense in like I said, I've got no stake in this. I'm you've got to watch out for your health. Now he when he says that, he does like the rabbit seems about done and yeah, like he takes it off the spit. He starts to carve it up without even like really, being too, you know, like he doesn't really like push you guys to eat, but it's cut up into even portions, like if everyone wants to partake. So like it's in five portions, separated on he uses like the case of his loot as like a slab, like a patungan for the meat. And yeah, like if any of your wanna, basically what I'm saying is if you want to take a quarter day here to recover and regain your your lost attributes, you can do that because there's going to be rest and you'll also get your food requirement for the day. If you
Today is
partake.
right now the time is daylight. Tama ba?
The time is, yeah, it's midday. It's just past midday. So let me
Alright.
advance it. Yeah, around 30 minutes past midday.
Okay.
So yeah, but to Aleph, like yeah. So I guess you're all back around the fire now. Am I getting
Mhm.
it right? So he goes on now that you're all present. Like he starts talking about yeah, like that previous group, Etzgar's group. They were quite impatient. Like I didn't even get the chance to tell them like one little detail about Weatherstone that they may have wanted to take note of. But yeah, I guess when it's a time sensitive thing, when you gotta go, you gotta go. He says with a bit
You
of a
gotta
wink.
go.
I take a stab at one of the slices of rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
bring it up to my mouth, and as he says, this, "Oh, nom, nom. what
um,
what might that be?"
yeah, what they might have found interesting that they neglected to take note of before just leaving me here all by myself was that in Weatherstone, the undead lie in eternal rest. Well, the dead lie in eternal rest, but Weatherstone is still quite a dangerous place. Rumors say that there's some kind of beast in its inside, somewhere within, a creature so vile that it can rip the limbs off of an ogre. But there is a way to slay it with the sword of the king, if you can find it. Find the sword, and you can kill the beast. Kill the beast, and the treasure awaits. Well, that's what I've heard, anyway. Yeah, sounds simple, doesn't it?
No, not at all. What are you talking about? You have the sword
You find the sword to
that
slay
the
the
beast
beastie.
will.
Yeah.
But what if the beast finds you first?
Well,
It's not simple.
it's still simple. Just avoid the beast first, right? It's not that complicated, Lassie. Okay, like
I
I
move
guess he's
away a few
Irish. Sorry.
inches.
Yeah, the surprise Irishman. Uh, the information does not change Eli's perspective one way or another. There's bound to be like dangers in an abandoned castle like this, whether it's undead or a beast. But what he's more interested in is, well, there are adventures there. There's stuff to be
There
taken
might be
and sold.
competition. Yeah.
Might be competition, and the competition might have some. They might have functioning loot.
Well,
Right.
This
aside
is
from that, brother,
What that? Sorry. What? Once
they
again?
have a Rust brother with them, right?
Yes. He was. I guess typical as far as Rust Brothers go. Gnarly, brooding. Eh, quite talkative too. He likes spinning tales about Alderland and
Didn't
history of his order.
wait? Didn't we just almost get sold into slavery? No, no, no. Sorry, they were the lizard.
Yeah, it was the lizard folk who
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of held you captive that you escaped from. Yeah, Rust Brothers are also almost always bad news. Like they may be their order is, I guess, the predominant military power in the Forbidden Lands right now, because uh even before the blood mist lifted, they didn't seem to be affected by the blood mist, so they could travel the lands. They could travel the lands. Um they could help, like in a way help protect villages, but also in exchange for, they're dead, or like what you learned last time is that they use the restless dead even if they're benign for their own purposes. Like some think it's for cheap labor, others think it's to use them as soldiers, and others, like the even more extreme legends, are that they spin them into like demons of their own, even though they tend to fight the demons that inhabit the Forbidden Lands. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. But definitely they are a dangerous order, especially their elite fighters called the Iron Guard.
Yeah.
Most people will tend to stay away from the Iron Guard because of
They're the
that.
ones that captured me. Okay, weird.
Sorry,
The Iron Guards, they're chasing.
they're chasing. Sorry.
Oh, I think I wrote it down. That
Mm-hmm.
I ran away from them.
Right.
Or
Yeah. Like
taken
I
them.
think your former lord ran
Yeah.
into some trouble with them. So yeah, you kind of know about like how dangerous the Iron Guard can be. But they're the elite of the Rust Brothers. Below them, it's quite varied still. They're essentially fanatics of Zytera, who they believe is their prophet, who will essentially who is the representation of their god, Rust, their gods, Rust and Heme.
Wait. So you believe that the legendary wait for to come
Sorry, one more time. You believe that the legend?
the legendary sword is, and you choose the wait until the adventurers return rather.
Dalbs explains that he doesn't feel he has any business wielding a sword.
No, like to see it, to see them find it's sort of legends.
Well,
Yeah.
the minstrel shrugs and says, "Well, they're, if they uh if uh if they clear the castle of that monster and whatever other threats await, then I'm in no rush. I can meet them after. Honestly, he points to his graying hair and like his mostly like weathered appearance. He says, "Yeah, I've done this. Yeah, he's done this one too many times to really care anymore. He just
If
like he doesn't want to get his what do you call it? Get his fingers dirty, I guess is how you would put it.
well, me for asking, I cannot comment on your appearance. Where are you from?
I'm from all. Whoa! What's that? It's okay.
Oops, sorry.
It's
Let me
okay.
just-
Yeah. Um. I think
Who
that's
is
my,
that?
I think that's my kid's rocking horse.
Aw.
Anyway, so he says, I'm from all over, my lady. I don't really call any. I've traveled here from afar. Heard legends about this land. Turns out the legends are true and then some. But at the same time, other things have been quite exaggerated. But it's been a fun time overall. I've been here for quite a while. I think I've probably had a taste of every kind of food there is to be had, and food and drink to be had like all over this land. And yeah, I don't call any one place home. Right now, I guess this watchtower, since last night, has kind of qualifies as home. But yes, I hope that answers your question.
It does not.
Funny how that works, eh? And then yeah, but basically, no matter like what you ask Dalb of where he's from, he spins it around that he's a traveler from a far off from
Is
an
there
far
a?
off
I
land.
ask him. I ask. Is there a reason you running from the law or judge?
At some point, we all
I
run
mean,
afoul of the law. He
I
explains.
think that's too personal now. Like I know one of each of us are their own reason to run from
I
the law.
mean, if if the good man over here is dangerous enough to be this elusive, I think I'd like to know.
Ah,
Well, he does saying on I've run afoul of the law once or twice. Perhaps maybe maybe he's not welcome in a village or two, but no one's on my right now. Like he kind of you can see him kind of dialing back the years in his mind. I don't think you have to worry about anyone um like pouncing upon us right here and now. You can rest easy in this watchtower. Last
You said
partake of the
there's a
food.
beast here.
Well, it's in the castle, isn't it? There's a moat between us and it, and as far as I'm concerned, we're perfectly safe up here on the second level of the watchtower. So you should. He essentially tries to comfort the assuage your fears. Yeah.
It's not the fears, it's the special.
Mm-hmm. So decision.
I,
Sorry.
I have an out of game question. What's
Yes.
the literacy rate of this world? Like, is it common to have to know to read and write, or
Good question. It's a lot less than our world, I guess. But if you need, I'll like it's not also part of any skill. So we're just gonna make it
Mhm.
so that if you need to know how to read and write, for whatever job you have. Like if like I guess in Antigone's case, she obviously knows how to read and write. She's literate. But yeah, for the rest of you, if you need to be literate for whatever role you perform, like farmers probably don't know how to read and write. Innkeepers probably do because they do need to keep track of inventory and all that. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's just not it's not that uncommon to be literate, is what I'm saying. It just depends on your role
Okay.
in society. But yeah, like for the illiterate, that's why minstrels are still a big thing. It's still like very oral tradition, right? Since not
Okay.
everybody can read and write, so oral tradition is still a very big thing in the Forbidden Lands. Minstrels spread tales from town to town, village to village, and so on.
All right. I guess we can just
Do you
uh
guys want to recover here?
yeah, I think we're not in a hurry naman. But then at the same time, if they do come back, we at least we're prepared.
Okay. So we're gonna advance the clock 6 hours, and it will be evening, right? Um, you this isn't so you're gonna take a quarter day to rest. That recovers all your attributes, all lost attributes go back to max. If you partake of the rabbit, you will have your food requirement for the day, and so will not go
All
hungry
right.
the next day.
So,
I'm
Okay.
so sorry to my own.
Okay, let's advance this 6 hours. Um, yeah, there we go. So it's already evening. By the time you finish resting up, where would you like? What would you like to do next, adventurers?
Bother Dal.
Bother Dalb some more.
I mean, if 6 hours wasn't enough,
Sorry.
if 6 hours wasn't enough of trying.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all he knows. Nothing to reveal about himself. Um.
I'll
Yeah.
start like chatting him up.
Hmm.
Like maybe ask him like what's the most dangerous situation you're in, like something like that. Sort of like trying to
Mm,
know more.
it seems all his tales are about finding love in all the wrong places all over the Forbidden Lands. So
So I have like
that's yeah. That love is a dangerous thing. Like that's a quotable quote you get from
so
Dalb.
Oh my god, he's that type of. There's like different types of bard. The action.
does he go like who got lines?
No, he's quite flippant about it. But
Uh,
yeah, like there are like little nuggets like love is a dangerous thing, and all that. Like he seems to be interested in this middle aged half elf seems to be quite interested in the drama that unfolds in everyday human life. From the little things like like um what villagers go through on a day-to-day basis to yeah, to romantic notions of tragedy and comedy, and to the ultimate like adventures, um discovering unknown legends and yeah, stuff like that, and tragedy in their lives.
So all this time I was on mute, and I don't know if this is gonna look really stupid on the stream with me like flapping my mouth and nothing's coming out. But so I think that after resting for 6 hours, we really have no reason not to go into the keep, other than our own internal like fears.
Mm-hmm.
As If we're not going to go in, then it feels I Eli at least feels that the trip would have been for naught. We traveled all this way, we found something, and it would be a shame to not investigate. If we do find the beast inside, then maybe we run, maybe we hide, maybe. But surely, I mean, look at this! Look at this magnificent castle! Look at this magnificent. There's treasure to be had. There's people to be killed. There's people to be robbed. um,
I love how pragmatic this thing is.
we're here, and I tell the bard that um if he's made it like evident that he's sort of like he's a student of people, like that kind of I study people. I'm like, you know what? That's a waste of your time, Bard. You're why study life when you can live life? Why wonder how it is to find adventure, to find love, to fall in and out of love, to be hurt and to love again? Come with us. Come join us and discover the. You know more about your knowledge of the tales of Weatherstone would be of great use to us. I understand that maybe the adventuring life isn't for you, but maybe this is the greatest lesson you could learn. Find the beast with
Yeah.
us.
Eli will protect you.
I will protect you. I look left and right. Yes, I will protect you.
The minstrel takes the offer in good stride, and he seems to uh he seems to be lost in thought for a moment, especially when you say things like when you mention the part about experiencing like all these things himself, and he goes like, well, who says I haven't experienced them? But thank you for the offer. I I do believe that he glances out the window towards the main castle, that if um it's a generous one, but my place is here for now. And honestly speaking, daylight's wasting, my friends. Who knows how far Esgar and his men have gotten? Um, are you, like you said so yourselves? Or yeah, like you said so yourselves. You're here for adventure. You're here for treasure. Um, I think it's well, you're welcome at my fire anytime. I think it's about time you, or or else you might just get beaten to it. He politely
Well,
declines.
I mean, if Esgar and his friends find it first, we just take it.
That's true. Well, it's up to you how you want to go about this, but like you said, there's a life worth living out there, isn't there?
When
I don't
you
like him. He's stressing me out so much.
then he's being a good bard.
Oh my god. Let's just go.
That
I
is
can't take
not
another
wrong.
thing.
Hey girl.
Let's just go.
Okay.
See ya.
All right. He as you guys leave, he picks up the loot and starts to pluck the strings, and out comes a tune that is strangely fitting to your current emotional state of confusion and trepidation. So yeah, well, I guess he's a good minstrel too. So he seems to be playing the theme song to your current mood, essentially.
Well, I mean, I turn to the others. He doesn't even try to be stealthy despite whatever around. He's just out there like bait.
Then I guess we're already in the trap. He could have killed us in the span of 6 hours. We did all go to sleep and
Not
trusted
sleep.
him
You
to
rested.
be
Did
rested.
any of you sleep?
No, hell's no.
Okay. Just checking. If any of you needed to sleep.
Well,
I
if
would
it's
say that
nighttime, I would
Eli.
sleep.
I would say Eli had
Okay.
slept then, actually.
Then yeah, the
Oh.
older gentlemen in the group would have gotten their sleep report
Yeah.
today as well.
We trust
Yeah.
we trust the women and
Perfect for the aged.
Yeah.
I might have felt
we just find this this sunbeam
So,
and then just fall
wait,
asleep and it's like,
Aleph
"Aw."
says like he might have dozed off too. So at some point it was just Antigone and
Oh yeah,
Bob.
Antigone was staring out, like staring daggers at him. Like, I know you're, and
Perfect.
I'm just gonna stare at you until you tell me. But he didn't.
And to be fair, like he is hiding something. I mean that's easy to tell from your interactions with him, but it's not like it's not outside of reason. It's not like
Yeah.
he is a traveler. For the same reasons you're paranoid, like he could be paranoid of you guys as well.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Antigone gets the paranoia that much, but she's not happy about it.
All right, so you guys proceed. The only way in is through the main gate, which is on the other side, the other path from where you entered. It splits up. One went to the watchtower, the other is over here. I'm guessing you guys proceed there. Are you guys
Oh wait,
ready
let me
to?
check the map.
Yeah, it's on roll 20. Are you all
Alright.
seeing the page? Sorry, just
I
checking.
am. Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Where is it?
I'm a ping it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So you approach the main gate. The sun is low on the horizon. Dusk is falling, and the sounds of the birds had gone silent long ago. Now it's replaced by the soft, creak, the soft squeaks of bats flying somewhere overhead. Um, yeah, the drawbridge to the main gate uh, had busted through, and you see it's collapsed. It's the bridge itself had fallen into the water. Um,
mhm.
Okay.
Nearby, you can see like a few rotting logs.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if you want to enter through here, you're going to have to wade or swim through the muck again. Yeah.
Are we
So
risking octopus?
How far is the gap between the entrance and the drawbridge? Is it like a literal, like several dozen feet of bridge required to get in,
oh yeah,
or
like
can
I'd say at least like 10 meters, like enough that it's not jumpable.
okay,
Otherwise it'd defeat the purpose of
okay,
having a drawbridge. So yeah, like at least like 10 or a dozen meters.
sure,
Uh, it is the gap, but luckily like the moat has has kind of what like drained enough or evaporated enough that it's mostly muck that you can probably wade, maybe some parts swim through, especially if you don't. I don't think any of you have metal armor, so that won't be too much of a problem. So
Yeah.
yeah, but there are who had the crafting again? Was it Antigone or Gragara? Antigone. Like you
Antigone.
realize that the logs, the logs to um next to the on your side could be long enough desired.
Um,
previous party get in? Did they decide to wade
yeah,
through?
actually,
Do we have indicators of that?
The muck
Like,
is
Can I use my
too.
long spear to
Mm.
measure how deep this?
Oh, the area's too high for your spear to reach the muck.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's a good almost 5 meter, drop into the
Mm,
muck from where you are.
any signs of makeshift I don't know, raft bridge?
yeah.
Um, doesn't look like
How
it.
they get through?
And yeah, like right now, given the time that's passed since they entered, as Dalb said last night, like it doesn't like the muck would have sloshed back in and covered any footprints that they would have left. But
Mm,
you don't see any clues of how they got in essentially.
okay. Let's MacGyver this.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to make a raft? Do you want to make a makeshift bridge, or do you want to wade through?
The bridge sounds fun. I
Okay.
mean,
So we will take a turn to craft a bridge. Don't do
Yeah,
it,
it has
says
to
Lance
be.
over on Facebook. But don't enter the adventure site. That's what they came here for, Lance. Lance Tan, not you. Unless you have a doppelganger, Lance. That would be a true Halloween story. Um, yeah. So you make a makeshift bridge. That'll take what 15 minutes.
I hope
It
so.
has to be
And
strong enough for my horse.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
that's interesting. You want to roll for it, Lance? Go ahead and roll your crafting wits.
Oh, okay.
For people, it's no problem, I guess. But if it's gonna bear the weight of a horse, I guess that
Yeah.
would be problematic.
Uh, Wait, I didn't get show up. That's sorry. How do I roll this?
So
Go to your
and
character sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, go to your character sheet. You should be able to roll from the
Here.
skill area. Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually clicking it.
Media.
There we go. Sorry.
No problem.
Um,
Let's see what happens.
yeah, it's not working. I'm just gonna roll.
Oh yeah. If it's not
You-
working there, just
now
go
you'd
ahead.
have to select the skill, and then there's a roll button in the center of the dice pool segment.
I did.
It may give you another pop-up asking you if you are sure that these are the correct number of dice, like if you have to push or something. I think that if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
then you can roll manually if it.
Yeah. Crafting is strength. All right, cool.
Oh, it's strength pala. Okay, yeah.
That's
5 dice total.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry.
Oh, I heard it pop up in chat.
Yeah, but
there we
just
go.
like manual rolls.
Yeah. No. Oh, no successes. Do you want to push?
If the
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
So
one's
reroll
go.
everything.
Yeah, just roll 5. Yeah, 5 again.
Hey!
Nice. You do get one
Nice, one
success. Okay. So yeah, sure. You're able to like with the logs or yeah, with the logs, you're able to bundle them up together enough, sturdily enough that they would be able to um to handle what's the name of your horse again? Heliende?
Heliende.
Yeah. Crossing. Did any of you have rope? Because if you don't, that's okay. But if you had, then I would have said that maybe there was rope nearby. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
There's vines. Oh wait, they turned
They
it
wither.
up.
Yeah, they're demonic. They would
screaming
scream
hell,
as
man.
you crossed.
Mm,
All right. So you enter and proceed. The first after you proceed through the main gate, you reach a gloomy hall. Somewhere in here. So yeah, this structure up
mhm.
here. Over on roll 20 on the map.
Um,
It seems to be once have been a place for sumptuous feasts. By the way, what is the marching order? If it's just so it's noted, who's in front, who's in the back?
I can go in front. Me and my horse.
all right, I'll go right, Gregara.
Right behind or right beside? I didn't quite get that.
Right beside.
Beside, okay. So Antigone and Gregara up front. I'm guessing Eli and Aleph at the back.
Before we do proceed, I would like to ask Raga if he may want to switch positions, just in case there may be traps. Since it's going to be an internal.
Mm.
This is your decision. I'm happy to
All
take
right.
the rear.
Actually, I'm thinking more of because I have scouting. I'm not sure if that helps in.
It's more of for
But
outdoors.
yeah, but
when
if
you're, like,
you
spotting
actually
things on the
if an
horizon.
actual trap disarming, I'm not that good. So well, if you want to go first,
Magical.
yeah, you want to go front, Eli?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with going up front.
Yeah, because I could be back guard or rear guard.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Cool,
Yes.
cool,
Okay.
cool.
Let's do that.
All right. So it's Eli and Antigone in front.
Yep.
All right. So you proceed. You enter this hall that must have once been a place like a feast hall for the knights of Algarod. Now it's only home to death and decay. The remains of rotting flesh and moldy tapestries spread an odor that's thick enough to make even the older ones among you gag from the stench.
Mhm.
Um, In the wooden chairs and on the stone floor, the cold stone floor, are the remains of what must have been the king's soldiers. Um, they're ruined. Like if you look at their ruined tunics and surcoats, they bear the crest of Alderland, which is two crossed branches.
Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
and it's as if it looks as if they had like died like in the midst of whatever, like a feast or something that they were partaking of there. Do
Hmm.
you do you spend uh do you spend time in this room to search through it, or do you want to proceed to the next room?
Um, my
Spend time, I guess.
yeah, my I'm
Are
curious
there
as
tracks? Oh,
Um,
sorry. Go ahead.
no worry, no worry.
no traps, no traps so far.
Tracks, tracks.
Tracks.
Tracks. Sorry. Um, through here, yeah, you see that the dust on the floor has been disturbed. Probably, yeah, like by the party that Dalb said went through the night before.
For the duration of our exploration, Eli will not be interacting with much of the things unless other people call it out.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
will be focused on literally
Keeping an eye out.
watching, keeping an eye out directly in front.
Okay.
Like if there's anything fishy as we go along, like
Okay.
specifically trap finding.
Right.
So I can't be
Okay.
much help with the
I guess you
search
can
for
go
the
ahead and change the keep watch to your name, just so it's a reminder,
sure.
and we're all, yeah, like we all
All
know.
right.
So okay,
You got it.
yeah. So Eli keeping watch as you explore. Anything like so? Yeah, are you spending time in this room to see what's in here, or what? Moving
Is
on.
there any signs of what killed them in the middle of their feast?
Basically, what we're gonna do is if you want to ask these questions, we're gonna spend time in this room because you're gonna be
Yeah,
investigating.
sure.
So yeah, we'll spend time in this room.
Okay.
I'll
All
spend
right,
time
we'll
in this room.
advance one
Yeah, yeah.
turn.
I'm good with it.
Why don't
All
we
right.
split the party?
You could do that, I guess, in Forbidden Lands. I don't know. We'll see how
Oo
that
nga, di
goes.
ba?
Yeah.
And
Uh,
spending time as a 6 hour action.
Oh, really?
no, 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 no,
Is
no.
that
It's not. It's 15 minutes. It's one turn.
okay? Okay, so just
Not
wanted to
not
clarify.
one quarter. Not
Okay.
yeah. Um. s-
Crap.
Yeah. To answer your question, any signs of what killed them? Not really. Like, and this must have happened centuries ago. But like you check your Rolodex of like ancient monsters, like there aren't any scorch marks on the walls or anything like that to indicate what, like dragon fire or whatever the legends might have said. The more bombastic legends might clue you in on. There's nothing like that. They just seem to have
Mhm.
died in this castle. While like in their seats around the table, like near what looks like the buffet. Yeah. So the food has long since rotted away or like been eaten by whatever creatures that come through here. But like, yeah, the the dead bodies still have like strips of like what dried flesh on them in some cases. Yeah, it's not they're not completely rotted away. Um if those are the others, what are the others doing? So Lance, Antigone was like inspecting the bodies. What are the rest of you doing? Eli's keeping watch, so that's Aleph and Gragara.
Can I? What's? I have ano, di ba? I can use my
Mhm.
to like scout ahead. I saw that as a hunter.
Yeah, you could use your I think that's what your talent lets you do,
Yeah.
no?
But
uh
is there a way to? How will I find out what he sees?
I guess he comes back, and maybe there's like a not quite telepathic connection, but you know what, let's see what the talent says.
So yeah,
Path of the beast, right?
yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna send Fury advanced scouting. It's like
It just says it'll warn you if there's a threat there. So it won't
uh,
tell you the details of it, but if there's a threat, like you'll know from the behavior of your wolf whether
uh,
he stays there and like howls or whether he comes back, I guess, and yeah,
mm,
like show some kind of visual indicator.
I'll give him to scout
Okay, into the next area.
Wait,
No.
this area of doors, right?
Oh yeah, so like where you're in now, it's like an intact, more or less intact house that close to the gate. There's a feast hall surrounded by like there are some doors leading out that you guess look like an audience hall, guest quarters, kitchen, and servants' quarters. So you could send you and the wolf could
No, I'm not gonna come. I'm just gonna send it. I'm worried about the
about the what? Sorry,
doors. You can't
the
open the door.
doors. Okay,
But it's
yeah,
a wolf.
yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, they're not they're not velociraptors in Jurassic Park where
I guess it's just gonna. It's a way then to test out this,
right.
him to whatever open area he can go, and then
Okay.
come back and then tell us if there's any threat waiting for us.
Okay. Well, okay. So let the audience hall is like the doors there are open. So
Mm.
also for some of the guest quarters and servants quarters, I rather the kitchen is open too. So like he'll go ahead. Yuri is gonna go ahead and look through those.
Yeah, and looks
Okay.
basically everything that he can
He
push
can.
open. If the door, maybe he can push open with his body if it's not locked
Okay.
or something.
Sure. What is Aleph himself doing?
Uh, not doing anything else, Graga, right?
All
So I
right.
guess I'll just
Yeah.
talk to.
I'm actually more gonna be guarding. So
Guarding
go
also.
ahead.
All
I'm
right.
gonna talk to Graga about what's his name?
Dalb, the minstrel.
Doll.
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah.
Yeah. What up?
Ah, what? Does Auntie Miss Auntie? Do we call
Ante.
do we call it your first name or
Tita.
what?
Don't you dare.
Okay, so just you think the Miss
The sorceress, sassy
It's,
sorceress.
I think Man Sorcerer. Uh, do you think like
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of him?
well, you know, lots of things could have killed them that could still be here.
Wait, are you asking her or me?
I'm asking the in general everyone.
Because everyone's in the
Ah,
same
okay.
room, right?
Yeah.
Like in the feast hall. Yeah.
Ah,
Do you think?
I think this is a usual event, especially if this is a place that adventurers come here from time to time. I'd probably. Although, what we could check though if these are like fresh, like how long they've been here. That's something we could check. Although, I tell you that I'm not really good at telling stuff.
Oh, I have an idea. So if I
Mhm.
was
Sorry, if you was what?
if I was a huge creature that could
Getting at
I would be guarding that sword with my life.
Yeah.
And if I've been here for centuries, found why don't we go look for the beast?
The what? Sorry.
The beast.
Ah, the beast itself. Not exactly a bad plan. We could track the beast if you want.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather track the beast than
Track the beast, then explore the whole castle. Is that what you're saying?
well,
Or
uh,
the other adventures.
Mm-hmm.
or we could find other adventurers. That sounds plan too, and an easier
Um,
one.
I do have one sort of if I can still look at stuff without having to be keeping guard. This is more of a question of this kind of informs us of what the other adventuring party is like. So we're in a banquet hall filled with skeletons of long dead knights.
Yes.
Um, do they still have like? Do they look like they're wearing anything of value? If they're
Mhm.
wearing stuff of value and they were not looted by the party that came in ahead of us, it means that this party is probably single-minded in what it is that they're trying to do. They're not grave robbers. They're not tomb raiders.
Yeah.
That's my frame of thinking here.
Right.
It'll inform me of what to expect with this other party.
Okay. Well, you start looking through the corpses, right? Or like around the feast table,
Yes.
and you realize that while they might not be wearing anything of value, but you see essentially these like bowls around the table, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, but you like the glint of something in them catches your eye,
Okay.
and you realize that these weren't bowls that hold soup. These were like literally like these were gambling bowls, literally the pot.
Mm.
Or like when
Okay.
you guess when these soldiers were playing games of chance at the
Sure.
feast.
Okay.
And as you look in like into one of them, you see two of them actually still have
Mm.
silver. One has
Mm.
three silver coins, and one has one silver coin. So that's a total of four silver pieces that you find.
Okay. Second, two questions. When I found the silver, was it rather evident? So, as to answer my previous question about the other adventuring party,
Well,
if it's
yeah, they
laid
must
out,
not have searched this room as
they did
carefully
not.
as you did. Yeah.
Okay, so they weren't really. Okay.
I didn't
Um,
take this path.
yeah. Second question.
Hmm.
Is anybody looking at me?
What do you mean? No, no one's looking at you.
I have four silver pieces now.
Or no, was anybody watching Eli? Like the rest of you guys? Was anybody watching the thief like a hawk as he searched the bodies?
Uh,
Well, I know he's there. Like, I don't know what he found, but if it's something important, I'll find a way.
Well, okay, you guys are no strangers to anything. Like you know when somebody's rummaging through stuff. Let's just say, yeah, like
It's
it's
nothing. It's nothing. Don't concern yourself. It's nothing.
if,
Okay, I show it. I show it to them. Okay, I mean,
it's
there's still there's still useful coinage here. It's not a lot, but I mean, I showed them four. I'm just gonna pocket this for now, and we'll distribute it later.
Yeah, sure. And if it's cursed, we'll find out through.
through you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, good.
Okay.
I mean, I don't believe in curses, and I kiss the coins.
Are you
Uh,
serious? I'm standing right in front of you.
Yeah, you say you don't believe in curses in front of the blood sorcerer. Wow. Okay.
I mean, maybe it happens to maybe you did something in a previous life, and this is your punishment.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what it is with you mystical people with your
Voices in your head and
voices in your
everything.
head. It's ridiculous. There's only the life now. He's a staunch non-believer of the mystical.
Okay. So, yeah, like from here, you've looked through everything so far. You have some choices. You could go to either the drawbridge over here, or you could proceed higher.
Is there a basement?
Is there a way down? No, there is like underneath. I guess are the kitchen, and the pantry are the areas underneath the feast hall.
Sure. I will proceed wherever the rest of the party wants to proceed.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take the drawbridge, or do you want to go to climb higher?
Let's climb higher first, or do you want to go do the drawbridge first? I mean,
I think
I don't.
my horse can climb, guys. So drawbridge for me.
Oh, okay. Let's do drawbridge first.
Okay. You approach the drawbridge
All
through
right.
one of the openings at the end of the feast hall, and it's been raised on either side of this ravine that splits Weatherstone in two, right? So you have like essentially the castle is essentially split into two by this ravine that goes through the middle of it, and the drawbridge is one of the only ways to get across. So sorry, hang on. Yeah, the no, it's yeah, it's not the drawbridge, but it's just a bridge that goes across the ravine.
Okay.
So a single chain. Uh, it's rotted like somewhere in the middle, enough that like there's a single chain linking these two pieces of the bridge together. So it's a heavy chain,
Mm,
meaning you would be able to make your way across, but you might have to leave. You would probably have to leave your horse, Heliende, in this area, Gragara. But just so you know, like Heliende isn't defenseless or naive. Like your mount will
oh
be able to
yeah,
take care of
Rende is
itself.
mount. He's actually steering away of the wolf because he is actually
Scared?
scared. Not scared, more like he hates
Wary.
them.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Simmering rage then, not wariness.
Yeah, but I've tamed him enough in our like initial days. We that's why we if we have to march, I have to put him somewhere. I have to be between the wolf and the horse.
Okay.
Through our way in the
Hmm. One more time.
as we make our way in the castle, is
In the
there
castle.
any
Is there any?
other group is indication the other group
Ah.
indication?
Yeah.
Right now, no. They must be deeper in the castle than where you are right now.
Okay.
Like, but
Yeah.
you did see like disturbances in the dust on the floor of the when you looked through the feast hall. So you do know that they
Mm-hmm.
passed through there.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So do you want to cross this or do you want to try another route?
I want to cross this.
Yeah, let's go across it.
okay.
So
Go.
climbing across, like it's gonna need a move roll from each of you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Uh,
If I mount my horse, I'll use his move.
the horse is not going to be able to cross the chain. You're gonna have to make a choice here.
Oh,
Yeah.
can he leap?
Actually, he might
Dun, 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 dun,
he
dun,
might be able
dun.
to, but not with you on him for certain. But it looks
Really?
like it's he might be able to actually,
Okay, fuck.
but
Not
not with
gonna.
you on him. Like you're gonna have to cross the chain yourself. But it's enough that it's long enough that a human couldn't jump across, but a horse at full gallop with with vuelo might be able to just like you've seen Helienda do this
Yeah.
before. But it's gonna be a feat for him, but still, yeah, it might be possible. You'll have to roll for Helienda's move as well. The rest of you will all have
All
to
right.
roll move to get across.
Sure thing, boss.
Okay.
I rolled.
So you're gonna
Hmm?
let Helienda jump?
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave him alone.
Okay. All
But
right.
uh, I will make sure Heliande jumps first before me.
Okay.
Because if he does not make it, I will save him.
All right. If you've got your rolls ready, let me know, and that's the
All
order
right,
that you'll
let
cross.
me.
I rolled.
So I
Right?
roll.
Eli, you do get one. I think Eli and Aleph, yeah, both got one success.
Okay.
Nice. So you cross. You're able to cross the
Oh
chain
no, my roll 20.
without any incident.
Come on, roll
Um,
20.
Antigone. Is that the 3d6?
Yep.
Do you want to push?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and push your roll.
Come on. Hey, that. Ouch.
Oh no, that is
You have to push.
you can only push once. So yeah, she got
She already pushed.
she actually failed.
Right.
So you like how do you overexert yourself? Like how do you take damage from from pushing the roll? Like what happens? Do you pull a
He
muscle or
slams.
something?
Yeah. Cramp. Like I was gonna do what the horse did, but I cramped and tripped over my own. Face first in the ground. Cool.
Okay. So
All right.
what's
The move is agility or strength?
I
It's
believe
agility.
it's agility.
Agility.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna lower. Okay. I'm gonna roll.
So 1
for
damage to
the
my
horse.
agility, right?
Yes.
And 1 more willpower.
Yes. One more willpower.
All right. 10d6 pala yung horse. So actually, dapat walang problema to.
6.
Hey, it's a
5
horse.
move
It's
and
supposed
5
to be able to
agility.
move.
That's true.
Let me roll.
Imagine if any of you played Shadow of the Colossus, you know, like that final.
What
oh
the hell?
boy. Oh boy.
If
Ayun,
yeah.
there's one. Yes.
Okay.
Oh
No,
my
you
God,
actually have
kinabahan
two.
ako.
You have two. You have
Oh,
two
two
successes.
success. Nice.
Yeah.
See, I should have rode him. Then like I saw him
You
jump.
can't ride him
Hi.
because he wouldn't be able to make it with you on him. That's the point.
Okay, sige. Then I will make the jump now. Let me.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
ready
climb.
myself.
Yeah.
All right. Let me gallop.
Come
So-
on, old man.
Let me just steady my nerves. That's my move. Right, move. Shit, I don't have modifiers. Damn it. It's gonna roll agility.
Oh,
my God.
yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Can someone like give a rope for me? I don't think I can make it. This is just 2d6.
Do we
Oh my
do we
God.
have yeah. Rough, man.
If anyone
Yeah,
wants to
let's-
assist, like just
Yeah,
let me
can
know
you-
like how you can assist. Like, but I don't know how you might be able to assist, like crossing with a chain, crossing on a chain. But if any of you are assisting, let
Oh.
me know, and we can add like a skill die to anyone, you know, for
any
future
of-
reference.
Do any of us have rope?
Do any of you have rope? Did any of you bring rope?
I have rope.
You don't have rope? Okay,
Can
Aleph doesn't have
you-
rope. Any
Do we
else?
is there rope in the area?
There is no rope in the area. It would
There's
have.
no rope.
Okay, I
Rotted
have a
away.
small tent. The small tent has rope, right?
Yeah, that's
I
what-
guess to pitch
in
the
order to pitch
tent,
it, yeah, you would have rope, right?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's go
Yeah,
with
I
that.
use it like a harness, I guess. More like that. Because I don't think it's long if it's a tent rope.
Well, maybe
Oh.
you don't. Maybe it's not an exact length. Maybe you have like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of rope that you could, cut to meet appropriate needs.
If
Okay.
you're gonna need to. Here's
right,
the deal.
GM?
Because you don't have an actual rope, I won't let you use it as a
Uh-huh.
rope, but I'll let you sacrifice the tent as a one-time use rope
Oh my God.
if you want that
Well,
one
at least I
gear
have
bonus.
Alright, sige. 1 gear bonus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you get to roll plus 1d6 to whatever. Yeah.
Sige, it's not 3d6. Let's
Yeah.
roll.
It'll be gear. Mm-mm.
Hey, look at you!
Oh my
Look
God,
at
almost.
you!
Oh my God. Almost
Okay.
slipped.
Okay, so here's what happens.
All right.
So the three men are cross the chain after the first two men cross after Aleph and Eli cross. The horse tries to leap the chasm, and it does in stunning fashion.
Nice.
Like you all realize how handsome Gregor's horse really is. Like
A
you know,
boogie.
like, and it's like the moon's coming up and everything. It's an amazing sight. Gregor himself like manages to scramble across like with a makeshift harness from messed up tent. But when Antigone attempts to cross, she pulls a cramp.
I'll watch the end
And she kind
My
of,
God, you get willpower again. Damn.
yeah, she actually does. She yeah, you still cross, but
Oh,
you do take that one that damage to your agility. Now
And I need to fail.
what you notice though, as you almost fall, you look down, to where you would have died, you
mm-hmm.
suppose, if you had fallen like free fall. You look down and you see at the bottom of the ravine, you glimpse, when you get to the other side, it caught your eye, and you realize that there seem to be the rotting shells of two wagons down there at the bottom of the ravine. Um, there seem to be some kind of crest emblazoned on it, and if you squint your eyes, well, it's getting too dark. But if you throw a torch down there, you might be able to see a bit clearer. If anyone cares to use a torch,
It's not
Is
going
there
anywhere.
like a way
you could
downstairs
lower
from?
yourselves. Like, yeah, like if you had, like, I guess with Gragra's makeshift rope, sure, you can lower yourselves
Yeah,
down
maybe
the
later.
ravine.
We'll look around here first. But I'll tell them there's a. We can look at it later.
Okay. All
Would you
right.
allow me a move check to try to climb down?
Yeah, sure. If you're gonna use Gragra's rope, you can do that. This will take another 15 minutes,
Sure.
right?
Do I get 1 gear bonus for this?
Yeah. Yep. Since you're using the rope,
Okay. I'm climbing down to investigate this.
go ahead.
Let me know what's up. I got one, so
One
that's all I
success.
need.
Good. All right. So you climb down, and you see essentially there uh the remains of two wagons that must have fallen into the ravine. Maybe when the
Mhm.
bridge, like maybe when the drawbridge collapsed or gave way,
Uh
like
huh.
they must have fallen into the gap. Um, you see these chests are emblazoned with some kind of old symbol on it, and it looks exactly like the crest, on the tunics of the knights of the dead knights in the previous in the feast hall.
Okay.
So they seem to be, yeah, they're big chests. They must have held some kind of precious cargo because they're not the actual chests have survived where the wagons have not. Um, they're
Oh.
wide, they're wide open. Um,
Okay.
well, one is wide open, and inside, well, you see a strange mix of coins and shit.
Like feces.
Feces, yes.
Okay.
So inside one of the chests, are inside the chest that you're looking at are 5 coppers. This thief is finding all the coins, guys. What is up?
What were you expecting?
I'm not
I
that's
mean,
surprising.
True.
you
Like
don't know
MO, that's the MO.
this. You don't know
Um.
this. Okay. So
Yeah.
there are 5 copper pieces down there and feces. Um. All right. So this I don't know how. Wait. I have survival.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I'd like to
Oh.
find out more
Sure.
about the feces.
Go ahead and go ahead and dig through the shit.
That's
Uh,
actually not
Are you
wrong.
gonna
It might
taste
be a
it?
feces of
Yeah.
a bad shit, a bad
yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
The diarrhea.
Okay. So I'm gonna before I
Actually, don't need to
roll.
roll. What's your
Sure.
survival? Let's just base it on that.
I have 2 attribute, 2 skill, so total of 4.
Skill, 2 skill. Okay, so yeah, the feces you can tell are from some kind of avian creature, but it's larger than any bird shit you've ever seen in your life.
Okay. Okay.
You
Even
also know you
in
also
the Forbidden
realize.
Land.
Hmm,
Sorry, even in the Forbidden Lands, birds still shit on cars.
yeah,
Okay.
essentially. And you notice on the chest that's on the chest that's open, you see that there are scratch marks on it from large avian-like claws.
Okay.
So
Um.
yeah,
All right. Um. I take note of this. I will relay this information when I rappel back up. But I am also curious. You said that there was one chest that was open.
It's locked. The other one.
Well, what do you know? What do you
Uh,
think I have?
yeah, sure.
All right.
You have
Let's
Steve's tools.
go. Yes, I do.
All right.
At least I believe I should. Um, Blah 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 blah. It's not on my sheet. That's odd. I am super certain I have. It would. It doesn't make sense if I put it. But yes. Get back to me. um, check in with the rest of the
Yeah.
party while
Like,
I just.
what are the rest of you doing while Eli is, finding treasure where your eyes can't see?
I'd actually check what is um actually tracks more like it. Are
Tracks.
there animal or non essentially beast tracks, I guess. If there's
Uh,
shit here,
right.
if just in case it's animal shit, is there any animal tracks here?
You realize like it's there. You also see like you look around and you notice that there
Hmm?
are if there are more instances of
Mm,
large bird poop like substances like on the other side as well.
okay.
Good question.
I do ready my spear. And
Mhm.
then I look up. Is there anything there?
You can't. It's just the night sky and some cloud cover so far. Um, yeah, but
Okay.
you're watching the skies. I'll note that. Um, I see that Eli rolled quite wonderfully to open the lock. You open
Alright.
it, and Eli opens it, and 6 silver
Oh hey! All
and
right.
one valuable. Right, let's use the finds table.
Look
Finally,
at you rolling on the finds table. All right.
yeah. All
Alright.
right, one
Nice,
valuable
nice.
find. This is lair find, right? Valuable find. So Eli, roll a d66.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
letting me deter. Okay, so I just pressed D66. That's
Yes,
it. I assume. Um,
85.
3 and 5.
You find inside still intact, probably because it's been wrapped in it was wrapped it had been wrapped in soft leathers that are more or less too brittle now to be of any value,
sure.
but like what's inside is an intricate glass bowl worth, let's see how much it's worth another 6 silver, you assume.
Okay. Um, all right. So I begin repelling upwards. Do you need me to roll move
Nope,
again,
no
or
need, no need.
okay? I repel upwards, and then I show everybody the glass bowl that I found from the
Guys,
chest.
pwede na tayong umuwi, may treasure na
Ah,
tayo.
may treasure na tayo.
Oh my
This is
god.
this
So
is
sad.
a success.
We got a
Say,
bowl, guys.
yeah, look at this. Oh, look at this glass bowl. Just pay attention to just the glass bowl. Right? Wonderful. Glass bowl. Here,
Okay.
I hand it to them.
I definitely there's a chest there, man. We know there's treasure.
You
Yeah, this is the treasure.
while you're speaking, Gragra, you're keeping your eyes on the sky, right?
Yeah.
You see at first you see it, a dark shape moving like through
Uh-huh.
like underneath the clouds, and then you hear it, and it's like the biggest hawk you've ever heard,
Oh fuck.
and
Holy
then
crap.
Not a rock. Oh my god.
Like one that could take you to Mordor.
Oh my god.
Oh no, don't
and
please
then you
not
hear
rocks.
another one, and then you hear
The eagles are coming.
a
Oh my
third
god.
one.
3.
Yep.
But the bad
Um,
kind.
hang on. Let me find
Alright.
first.
The
Where is it?
eagles are coming.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. And then finally, you see them dive. And as they get closer, you realize that it's a trio of harpies.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Ooh.
So they are essentially like yeah, we all know what harpies look like, but in the Forbidden Lands, they are particularly raven-like. They
Oh.
look like their
Raven
plumage.
harpies.
Yeah, their plumage is
Uh-huh.
that of corvids, ravens. So black stiff feathers and all that. And yeah, they are diving. And now I am going to distribute initiative cards.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I do tell the group that we have company. So I'm assuming we're not surprised or anything.
I will give you guys a free because of Ragara's watchfulness, you get a free like fast action or slow action to if you need to prepare anything. Let me know.
Noise.
Okay. All right. Question: Is this an open area?
It is an open it's open but small. So I wouldn't like it's open air but small and narrow. So um
Like yeah, if my mounted feet,
yeah.
my rider ability would work.
As
Are
okay,
they?
sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go muna.
Okay, so for Erwin, for your question, you know what? Sure, it's an open area. Like the other side is wide enough that you can move on your on Heliende, so it'll count.
All right.
Like
Okay.
this
Okay.
area was meant, to transport horses across the castle anyway as well. So yeah,
Mm,
it'll count as open. Antigone, you had a question?
Yeah. Have we seen harpies before?
You
oh
know
yeah,
what?
more check would.
Maybe if anyone has either a rank of or no, yeah, I'll leave that to you actually. Like if you've encountered harpies before and survived to tell the tale, or yeah, obviously survived to tell the tale. But yeah,
Well, as an
Yeah.
old
No.
man, would is it uncommon enough? Like, is it if it's a creature that attacks merchants or caravans, I would know.
yeah. Actually, you would know that. Yeah, they do. They do attack. Um, they do attack
Yeah,
caravans,
like, alright.
especially those that aren't careful to hide anything that's shiny that can be seen from a distance and attract the harpies
Oh, they're
attention.
magpies.
So yeah, they're like magpies, and essentially what drew them was the little treasure that you brought out of the ravine, because it's glinting in the starlight.
Oh.
Um,
Are they
Okay.
demonic? Are they creatures, monsters?
that's a good question. So they are certainly not natural. What a lot of like one of the you have Lord 3, right? Like one of the
Yep.
rumors about harpies is that they belong to an ancient order called the Raven Sisters, who have been corrupted by some kind of dark magic, and this is like essentially their corrupted form. They're ravens.
Okay.
So the Raven
Okay.
Sisters used to
Oh.
be like nature, like essentially druids. The
Okay.
Okay.
They respected the
Okay.
natural order. They were helpful to villagers. They helped people respect the natural order and stuff like that.
Okay.
So this like the legends say that this is their corrupted form somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a question regarding the harpies.
Mm.
So, uh, I think this was kind of glossed over earlier, and I'm not sure if anybody did. But, um, tits out.
It's out.
Okay.
Like yeah,
Okay.
they don't have clothes. They're
Okay.
bird
All
hags.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like in case you wanted that visual
Uh,
in your head, you know.
We need that visual. This is a visual, imaginative game.
All right. So, what are your slow or fast actions preparing for this? Remember, yeah, like if you don't have a weapon sheath readied, like you'll need to spend a fast action to ready it on your actual turn.
Um. I guess I'll pull out a staff, which
Your
I
staff.
have.
That was your fast action. Okay. Who else?
Uh, but
Uh,
oh,
Can I operate my? Because I have a sling and I have a short spear. The sling says it's one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Can I operate it with having another hand? Uh, with a weapon in another hand.
Sure. Yeah. Like you have one short spear. You have the short spear in one
Yeah,
hand and the sling in the other.
yeah. Basically, I'm trying to like at least make a one-off sling before they land, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So my action would be fast is get out my sling,
Mm-hmm.
wind it up, then throw a make a sling attack in one of the harpies.
Okay. No, that's gonna be a slow action on your next turn. So you only get either a fast or a slow action, because
Okay,
of your
just one.
yeah, just
Okay.
one. You get either or
Okay. Yeah, wait.
because
In
yeah,
which case, I can just kasi I have already I did say I have the spear out,
yeah,
right?
yep.
Can I instead? Is there a? Not sure if there's a ready action here, but I'm thinking more of parang interruptive. Like for example, if a harpy attacks, let's say my horse or one of the
Mm,
party, I will engage it.
not nothing like that, but you can swap initiatives with someone like before their
Later.
turn starts and before your turn before you've acted. So
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Wait. Well, okay. Anyways, it's reactive actions naman. Dodge parry. Okay. Dodge parry lang pala to. Alright. Sige, sige. Mm,
Like if you
if
want to
that's the
swap
case,
with someone right now, you already know your initiatives. You're acting last actually. You had one. Marvin will be
ah,
first, then Antigone, then Eli, and then you
okay.
before you will be the harpies actually. So if
just
you
as
want to
a,
swap with someone, you can do that. That's
I
not an action.
am sorry. I wasn't aware that initiative had already been doled out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh
are
yeah,
you
you get
affirming for the
two,
fact
right?
I get three?
You get three. All right.
Oh
Here
wow.
are
Are
your other
you
two
yung fast?
cards.
I'm super fast.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. What do you want? A 9 or a 10?
What do you think? So, take the 10 if
Okay.
I have to say it for the camera.
Okay. There you go.
Um,
I forgot about that one. Thank you for reminding me.
yes, no worries.
There you go.
Oh, it said maneuver.
Um, so for my first action,
Uh-huh.
do I see a place that we're kind of in an open area, right? Kind of in an open area. I
Mm-hmm.
want to move to a place that is less open. Like if there's like a mouth of a
Yeah. The
doorway or
doorway. Yeah. You could do that.
okay.
Sure.
For my own visualization, how tall is the doorway?
It's enough that a horse and like with the rider on top could pass through.
Okay. So
So, sorry.
Hmm.
Ano lang, actually Mark, if it's okay na lang pala, yung initial action ko na lang, kasi may shield din pala ako, can I
Hmm.
just draw my shield?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So Daryl,
Alright,
what's that?
sige po, go
um
ahead.
I still have the glass bowl in hand. I
Okay.
see the harpies up in the sky. Um I'm not sure if I know. Would you say that I know that they're attracted to shiny things?
Um. If maybe you don't have lore, right? Maybe not right now. You're city folk after all. You're more
Okay.
of an urban thief.
Yes.
You don't initially know, but one of the others could fill you in later on.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that I am? I think Eli is at least old enough and tactically sound enough that he would try to limit the reduce the advantages an enemy has. And this, since this is a flying enemy,
Mm-hmm.
he'll try to reduce its ability to fly. So I'll still run.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my fast action is I'm going to run towards one of um, uh, the entrance, the entryways.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight within range.
Okay.
Um, maybe I'm not putting aside the shiny thing so that it's attracted to me. I'm not particularly flashing it, but yeah, that's my gimmick.
All right, so it's the next area. So that's actually gonna take two fast actions, two move actions essentially to do. So you will be halfway there at the end of this like start surprise round, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Aleph, uh,
It's my turn.
like, are you taking a turn to ready, like a fast action or slow action to ready anything before combat starts?
Already my bow.
Okay, right. So you draw, you knock an arrow. You're ready to fire. All right. So, Daryl, you're at the top of the initiative order. So you actually get to go first, unless you want to swap with anyone. So go ahead.
If you say that it requires me to fast actions to get to my end
Yeah.
goal,
So you took one
that's good.
fast action before. You can
Yeah.
take one fast action now to complete it, and you'll still have a slow action.
Yes, that's the order as I go in to the hallway with a fast action. My slow action, I'll use that to pull out my short sword.
Okay.
Since I
All
did
right.
not have that.
All right. So you see the older thief dash for the open doorway on the other side, take cover under it, and the sound of metal rings being drawn rings out. Next up is Aleph. You have your bow drawn. What are you doing?
Okay. How close yung closest one?
Hmm?
How close yung closest one? Right?
Okay, so they are at near distance. So they're not in the same area as you are just yet. They will arrive in on their turn. But yeah, they're at near distance right now. So that
So
is
still within reach by the bow, right? So
yes.
I'll shoot that one, the closest one.
All right, go ahead. Make your roll.
Use, uh,
Lift.
Wait, where is that?
Let's go, golden boy.
Marksmanship. Kill it
Wait.
like you killed the deer.
which one?
The same advice like rings in your head,
Uh,
Sorry,
from your hunting session.
which
look
is
for
the
the weakest.
Sorry.
which is the dice here to ano in the roll 20?
Roll 20.
Where, where is
Kung
it?
yung dice
If you
lang.
go down, in under weapons, there should
Alright.
be stuff there. If you've set it up correctly and according to the skill that's associated with, there should be a dice button to the left of the weapon itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where is the web? I only put it in here.
So
Which action are you trying to do again? Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
you can do it.
Yeah, this one
Go,
has no
go,
penalties.
go.
They're at near range. You got this.
Okay. So roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Let's see if you hit them. Oh, you get one. You do get one hit.
Alright.
Nice. So you also roll your die for arrows. Let's see if it goes down. But yeah, you will do one. That longbow is rated at, what is the longbow damage again? Let's see. Weapon damage. Right. I cannot. There we go. Range damage. Longbow. That is one damage. So total of 2 damage. Okay. And yeah, you don't reduce your arrows. It's still at D10. All right. So how do you hit the harpies? Like, can you describe it?
Ah, the moment they hit them, hit the shoulder.
Hello.
I let them
Okay. Yeah. So
right on the shoulder, and yeah, basically just hit them straight, and making sure that yeah, hit them straight, making sure that
yeah. So as
I
like while it's dive bombing, you like stick it.
yeah.
You stick one in the shoulder.
Mhm.
All right. That definitely catches their attention. So yeah. Next up, who is next? It's Antigone. Antigone, what are you doing?
Cool. I realized that my mask is shiny.
What do you
So,
do?
does anybody have a torch? Wait.
I assume at least one of you has like a torch out. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of
me.
who.
Cool.
It might as well
I
be you because you're the one who hasn't been carrying like a weapon. Yeah, as you guys are
Yeah,
going through.
sure. So, um, Antigone does not have a sharp thing on her right now. Instead, she scalds it towards the fire,
You try to burn. You try to burn the
the
harpy.
wound. No, no, no,
The
no, no,
what?
no, 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 no. She bites her thumb, and then
Ah,
Oh.
she touches the blood to the fire, and
okay.
she tries
Mm.
to
Magic.
make the harpy burst into,
Magic. Interesting. Okay.
which is a rank above her spell.
Yes. So you will trigger a mishap. But let's see first. Like so yeah. Immolate, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
This
you're
is
gonna try
exciting.
and immolate.
First
Uh
magic. First
yeah. So
spell.
that's how much willpower you're pumping in are you pumping into this?
4,
All four.
3,
Wow.
3, 3. I
Three.
have 3.
Okay. So all three willpower. So what you're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
is you're going to roll um you're gonna roll those three willpower dice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead.
Plus
Um
my wits, right?
hmm?
Is that plus my wits?
No, just the willpower.
Oh,
Yeah.
kill. Good to know. Oops. Hey, working.
Okay. So it is gonna be still power level 3. So you are gonna
Okay.
do what does immolate do? How much damage?
The spell inflicts damage to a strength level
Yeah,
and keeps inflicting 1 point of damage per round until the victim puts it out with a success.
right. Okay. So
What's the initial damage?
3.
3. Nice.
yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. So yeah, can you describe like what happens? Like which harp you're targeting? The same one that Aleph fired at or
So, yeah, the same one that Aleph.
okay. Can you just like
Sure.
how does the harpy go ahead and describe the effect on the harpy?
Okay, so as the what do you call this? As Antigone touches the blood to the flames, the fire sort of extinguishes for a bit and then burns back up. At the same time, the harpy begins to smoke. I don't know how much damage, so I can't tell how damaged she is.
Yeah. No, it's pretty bad. Like it gets pretty burnt up. Like
Oh,
it's
well, I
almost
guess we'll start with the joints.
yeah. Go ahead. So it's joints like instead of gout, it gets
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
Uh,
It self immolate. It starts to self immolate like at the joints of the wing and its legs and stuff, and you hear this unearthly shriek. I mean, like coming out of the harpy. Um,
nice.
so
Okay.
it's almost completely debilitated, and like its dive is now like it's not completely under its control at this point.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Now let's find out what happens after. um.
Is this my
Yeah.
first and last spell?
We will find out. Yeah, we'll find out. So it's an automatic
What?
mishap. Did you roll that 2d6? 1d66. That's
Sorry. Yes, I did.
Ah,
it's a bit different. It's better if you just roll 2d6.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna go to numbers 7, 8, and 9 kasi and 0. That's a 16. Okay. So, all
Aw.
right. You you feel your mouth dry up. Like
Whoa.
you feel your mouth dry up and you thirst like you've never thirsted before. You essentially have like extreme cotton mouth and yeah, you're parched. You're seriously parched. You have the thirsty condition. right now.
Ooh,
All right, cool.
I'm
Okay.
so
So
thirsty.
yeah. Um,
I
next up are
I'm done.
the. I think that was your slow action. Now you still have a fast action.
I do.
Yeah. Casting magic is a
Oh,
slow action.
oh. Ooh. Can I dodge out of
You can take a
sight
fast
or
action
something?
to move towards the doorway, just like where
Yeah,
Eli
that
is.
sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you yeah, you make your way you try to make your way to cover.
Yep.
Next up are the harpies. So,
Ugh,
rolling so the
harpies.
way monsters work in this game, it's slightly different. So there's like a table of actions that they're
Okay.
going to do
Oh
and
God.
yeah. Um
Oh, it's just like a program thing.
yeah, they've essentially got their own AI and I have to roll to find out like what
Yeah,
they
I
do
Oh,
remember now. Yeah.
essentially.
Okay.
it's fun.
So, okay. This is a that's wrong. All right. Oh my gosh. So with the two harpies that are still undamaged that have not been attacked yet, they're still fresh. They both who is wearing none of you have metal armor, right?
No.
Do
Just
any of
studded leather.
studded leather. So the person
No.
who has you're carrying a spear, right? Gragara?
Sorry?
You're carrying a spear.
Yep, yep.
Okay. And Eli is in the doorway. Antigone is fleeing. I'm just gonna roll. Honestly, roll to see who it attacks because it's even Steven. Okay, it's Gagara. So they dive.
Oh
In
no.
tandem, they both dive bomb for the orc. On
No.
you're mounted, right? You're on your horse. Um.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a number of base dice equal to the current strength of the flock. So they are currently at um
I'm a roll for armor.
okay. Um, how do you do it in roll 20? Exclamation or dash? Slash.
Back.
Backslash? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, bakit lumabas siya sa board? Oh my gosh. That is scary. What? How do I remove these?
You can't
Okay, there we go. Natanggal siya
roll.
mag-isa.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're really lucky. That was only 1/6 out of 7. So you're gonna take one uh 2 damage from the talons, but they will also lift you
Okay.
off your feet. So they pick you up from Heliende. Even though you try
Okay.
to clamp down with your legs around the torso of your horse, it's impossible. There's two harpies, they're too strong. They lift you up and they ascend until they finally drop you. And it is from a height of, let's see if it's high enough to have
Wait,
cost.
Wait.
is it me?
It's
No,
you,
this
Gragara.
is you, Gragara. So they
Wait, I
drop.
can't I
Hmm.
dodge? Should
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
you
haven't
get to
acted it.
roll. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go and make your defense action. That's a fast action. So
Yep.
next round you'll have a slow action.
Sige, wait. To dodge, I need to move, no?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, I could just wait. It's dodge is going prone, right?
yeah.
Tama ba ako?
That means you don't take a -2 penalty to dodge. You're gonna dive off your
All right.
horse essentially,
Yeah.
unless you want Helienda to be prone
That
also.
is a well. Okay. Can I parry three? It's three diving, right?
Sorry. Two of them are
Can I
diving.
parry?
You can
Two,
no,
just
but yeah, it'll
two.
count
Can
as
I?
one. Yeah, you can parry.
Just one roll.
Yeah, but
Because I
you.
have a shield there. I could also parry. See, I'm gonna parry. I think my
Yeah,
chances are better.
yeah. Go ahead.
All right. For parry, what's the roll? Let me just double check.
It's I think it's wait, you get
Melee? Is it?
yeah, it's still melee. The parry.
Alright, let me just melee. And then I add gear of stool because of shield, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then do I also add, let me just double check. Ah, no, okay. Walang inherent bonus si
Yeah.
shield doesn't have. Ah, wait. The shield does has a bonus of +2. Then it's different from, is it different from the parry or do I add it on top?
No, this is just what do you call it? It's
Kasi,
slashing. So you're going to have a
he's a stab. Okay.
yeah, it's not a stab, it's a slash. So you just get a total of +2 from using the shield's gear bonus.
Alright. So it's melee. Okay. Let me roll now.
I forgot you roll to defend in this game. Thank you for catching that.
Yep, yep. Yeah, because I don't like getting
Yeah.
flown away.
Oh, you get 2 successes. So you
Alright.
will reduce it by 2, so the damage is negated, and you also
Nice.
yeah, that means you don't get yeah, you don't get
Airlift
lifted off
it.
your
Yeah.
feet. So yeah,
Nice.
backtracking a bit, retconning. So they clamp around your arms and shoulders, but you fight them off with your shield. You bat their claws away, and yeah, you save yourself a nasty drop. Um, okay, next
Nice.
up. Next up is you. You have one slow action.
Alright, since they're still
Revenge.
close to me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're arm's
I'm
length from you.
gonna melee attack them with my spear. I'm
Okay.
gonna trust one of them. So this one, the gear bonus now one, kasi one, I think short spear is one. Yeah, short spear is one. Alright, rolling. Come on, roll 20. Wait, is that a new roll? Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
new
I
roll.
see it.
I hit.
You hit. Okay. What's your damage bonus with your spear?
Damage is one damage.
1. So you
This is a
you
short
inflict
spear.
2 total. All right. So you stat like
Yep.
as they try to before their flight carries them too far out of range from you, you manage
Mm-hmm.
to yeah to stick one of them and you draw blood. Another like cry from the harpy. Um,
Alright.
so let's check that. Man, yeah, you're whittling them down. So,
Nice.
so there's one harpy that's very badly injured, another that's somewhat injured, and now we're back to the top of the initiative order. So, Daryl, Eli, what's Eli doing?
Well, Eli's probably gonna call out to all of them to, because I saw what they were trying to do with Gragra. It just makes sense that, um, uh, they shouldn't be fighting out in the open. Eli will shout out to all of them to run towards the entrance, save themselves. I don't think Eli is the sort of person who'd run forward to try to protect. But I will try to um, grab the attention of some um, of
Your
the
companions?
harpies,
The harpies, okay.
both the companions and the harpies.
Okay.
So I don't think I know anything about them being like magpies, but I'll just keep waving my sword and just calling out to them. I don't know if this noise will attract them.
Sure. Your sword
I
isn't
will.
rusty, so you'll be like, and there's a torch out there, so there's light glinting
Yes.
off of it. Okay.
I can delay, right? Like I can delay an attack action. Is that something
No,
I
you'll
could
have to
do?
swap initiative with someone if you had the
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
ability for
okay.
that.
there's an await, I think. Uh, I was reading that.
That is for the advanced combat rules, which you don't use
Okay.
with
Okay. Okay.
monsters.
I see, I
Okay.
see.
Rough. Um.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have any range options, unfortunately. So
What
yeah.
you could do, if you're trying to distract them,
Yes.
do you have perform?
Do, 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 do. I don't. I could try.
You could try. If you like.
I
They have
mean,
a
if
slow action.
who wants to go ahead of me? Who wants to switch turns?
That's a better
I
question.
I actually do. So I could
Finish it off.
yeah, I could. I think I have a good chance
Okay.
killing them.
Gregor, you go.
Swap.
You take my
There you
10.
go.
All right.
Yeah. So what are you doing, Gragra?
Finish off the one I hurt.
Okay. You're gonna finish it off. Go ahead. Make your slow action to attack.
Okay. Oh, nice. One hit.
Nice. That's another 2 damage.
Mhm.
All right. So you hit. Let me mark that down. Oh my
Yeah, same
gosh.
harpy.
Yeah. So this one is
Oh,
like this other harpy is already finding it hard to move, to stay in the
mm-hmm.
air. Leaving one harpy, like this is the larger one of the three. Um and they, like the others, seem to have been, like matching their actions to it. So presumably the leader of this flock, I
Oh,
guess you call it the murder of harpies if they're supposed to be like corvids, right? So
I
yeah, this
suppose, yeah.
murder of
yeah.
harpies, the
It will
matron.
be.
So yeah, you see the you see you draw, yeah, you draw more blood from this, from the other harpy. And let's see who's next. I guess that would be, yeah, Aleph. You see the harpies are in bad shape.
Okay. I'll
You can do this, boy.
the one who tried to grab Eli. Gaga.
Hmm.
Is
All
that it?
right.
Oh,
Okay.
grab him.
The one who tried. The one who tried.
The one who tried to grab him. Yeah, you'll target that too. Okay.
Yep. We'll attack that one.
All right. So I'm guessing you'll take a fast action to draw the arrow,
Yep.
and then slow action to fire. Go ahead and roll.
Is there a zero? Okay. Oh. Hmm, this one.
Ooh, no successes. Do you want to push that? But if you
Oh
push
my
that,
god.
I think
Okay.
your longbow is gonna break. But you will get a chance to hit it.
Yeah, I will
Oh,
push.
you don't have marksmanship.
I have.
Your math is. I feel your math is off.
This is still wrong. Wait.
You
There's
have.
something might be wrong in your
What's
sheet.
your agi first? What's your agi?
It's a 4.
Four.
Yeah, base
What's
dice are
your
there.
What's
I
your
think the skill
marksmanship?
dice are just not
Marksmanship.
there.
Marksmanship is level. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Zero marksmanship. Oh, zero.
Ah, really?
Oh, okay.
Did you
Wait,
for?
Okay.
You might
I'll
have just
double,
Well, if
forgotten to
that's the
transfer
case,
that over.
yeah, I'll double check.
Yeah, just double check. I know you have marksmanship because you did the marksmanship roll when you hunted with Eli.
Wait, I don't.
mm,
I don't.
okay.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
Okay lang. Well, it's still
Well, yeah,
high.
it's still
That's
4
6
dice.
dice.
Do you want to push your roll?
Yeah, I'll push.
Okay, go ahead.
Dun dun dun, come on.
So yeah,
Oh
your
my god,
longbow is
that's
gonna
3
break after
damage. Oh my
this.
god.
Just saying.
If you fail.
Did you adjust the dice pool or is this question? No,
Sorry.
You click push, I think.
yeah, I
Yeah.
clicked.
And then it'll ask you if you adjusted your dice properly, which means have you removed uh,
Right.
the
So,
You need
ones.
to remove
okay.
the one base and then 2 gear.
It'll ask you to deduct dice. Yeah.
So what should I do first?
Yeah, just
What should I do first? Should I clear the dice pool first?
yeah,
Uh,
and then just add 3 dice.
Okay.
3d6.
Yeah. Just customize it, I guess.
Yeah.
Dice pool and then
3 base die.
okay.
yeah. Correct. Dun, 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 dun.
It's the Aleph
How do I
shaking.
how do I see which is,
Which is
how do I see what I'm adding?
Just the whatever number is highlighted on the dice pool. So if it's on the base, if 3 is white, then it means it's
Okay.
gonna roll 3 dice.
there you go.
And then the skill is
So
No
zero
skill.
skill and then
Yeah.
zero gear.
Alright,
Yeah.
push.
3 base.
Yep.
This is the
Still,
push roll.
yeah, of course I
Yeah,
did.
just and then yeah.
Let's see
Yeah,
what happens. 1 success
what's
and
successful?
1 damage to your actually okay, so here total 2 base damage to your
Okay.
agility. So and but you will
Oh shit.
take 1 success into inflicting a damage of what is longbow damage? 1.
That's
So
one.
2 damage to the harpy. Okay.
There
Oh
is
my
the other
god.
question of when you if
Hmm.
do the ones trigger on the failed roll as well
After
for the
na because otherwise, like
this is gear break.
yes, his gear will break.
So,
Oh
So
my god.
describe how Aleph pushes like himself and the longbow to its limit.
so is it,
And you gain 1 willpower, by the way.
on my first roll, is that narrative wise? Is that they actually attack it? I failed just before the attack, or just before I let loose the arrow.
You didn't fail the roll yet. Basically, that means that you were in like some kind of like some bad circumstance or something, or about to fail the roll, but then you kind of pulled through somehow. And
Oh,
then the ones indicate like how much you suffered. In the case of your gear, it breaks your longbow.
okay.
Antigone can repair it though.
Yeah, she could. Thank God for having craftsman.
Mm.
I'll aim. I'll take an aim at the guy
Mm-hmm. At the
uh,
harpy that's already like wounded
there,
by Gragara. Yeah.
and as I aim for it, I guess as I aim for it, my hands are still shaking. Uh, the surprise attack that came out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and on my I miscalculated my pull on the bow, like trying to make sure that it hit. And I hold on for it for too long. That is what I do. I hold on for it for too long. And yeah, that breaks it. But just enough for me to let go.
You let go of it just in time for the arrow to fly, and then the string snaps.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. Well, it does fly true, and it pierces like that last harpy. It like both the harpy that is immolated, and because it's their turn now, or no, it's
Mm.
Antigone's turn. Yeah, the harpy that is immolated and the one that's been wounded by the spear and the arrows are all yeah, they're in really bad shape, and now it's Antigone's turn.
Oh, they're still alive?
They
Okay.
are still alive.
Oh really? The
Well,
the the one I attacked?
Well, they're all
Hmm.
barely like the two are barely standing. Essentially, they're
Okay.
almost out of the fight. But the
Alright.
mother, the mother
Barely
harpy, the
flying.
crone, yeah,
Oh. Does anyone have an axe? Let's axe their wings.
they don't talk, do they?
they actually harpies can talk.
Um, so I guess I draw a dagger and walk up to and I ask the mother, "Do you really want to?"
You hear in response to your question, a screech that sounds like mercy.
Oh, well, okay, guys. I don't think they want to fight anymore.
Luckily, their turn is up next, and they can decide if they move
Yeah.
away, then combat's
Okay.
over.
Yeah.
In
If they
that case,
don't,
I raise my hand and I back off.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, right there.
Okay, so you decide to show them mercy. You hear the mother crone cries out, responding to the two lesser harpies cries of anguish, and essentially you see them start to back off.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
In that case, am I allowed to stop this? Because the immolate.
Sure,
oh
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Like I'm not gonna like. Yeah, you can end the effect if you want.
Okay, okay.
So the one
So
doesn't get roasted.
yeah, so it stops smelling.
Yeah, like what do you do to stop it? Do you like? Is it like another incantation, or like do you?
Actually, no, I'm gonna say,
You're gonna say what? Sorry.
but sorry. I'm gonna say that I just dropped the incantation,
Uh huh.
but I'm gonna make a big show of it so that the mother,
Like gets the message.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the flames that are erupting from the joints of like that one harpy, just before it's like burnt to a crisp, like withdraw within, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like you see the mother like look towards its subordinate, and essentially realize that, oh, hey, like we're being given a second chance at our monster's life, and you hear her like screech out what seem to be like to you unintelligible orders to the other two harpies, and you see the two injured ones like start to kind of like limp off but flying, so like ungainly, they're backing off, and
Okay.
you see the mother harpy before following the two smaller harpies like give your group like one last glance
Oh
before it
no, she's
follows
memorizing her face.
before it's yeah like maybe like giving the rest of you like one last glance before it follows the other two like flying right behind them to kind of safeguard what's yeah the two injured
Yeah,
ones,
you better run.
and yeah that soon the sky like they're out of sight. They seem to fly up towards one of the higher towers in the direction of one of the higher towers up above um in um in Weatherstone, and finally like they're out of sight, and the scent of charred chicken eventually dissipates.
Oh,
If
because of the.
if they're corvids, it's very likely they will remember you, Antigone. Like they're typically
Well,
very smart. So whether or
I'm
not they
just kind of
remember,
glad they ran off because I was out of.
no more MP.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, beautifully done.
Oh,
Okay,
Aleph, you got willpower pala.
yeah, you got
You
willpower
might forget.
for the push. And I'm thinking you're down to 0, right? Because you spent all of it on the
Yep.
immolate, and you just got
Who has
thirst.
willpower?
Only Aleph, I think, at this
I
point
think
has
Aleph
willpower.
only.
Aleph, come here. You need to give Tita a hug.
What are you gonna get? The willpower?
Yes, I can actually
I
transfer
need
it.
your youthful
Oh my
exuberance.
god.
Uh,
Perfect
He
Ursula
needs a
moment.
hug.
You poor unfortunate souls.
I mean, you're not gonna use it, so
You can use it. All of your kin
yeah.
talents use
Yeah,
willpower.
yeah.
Oh,
It's not just the
crap
magic
balls. Okay,
spells. Yeah, all of your
okay, maybe
kin
next
talents use
time.
willpower.
No, but if
Next hug.
no, but if she gestures for that, I'll
So yeah,
just
I guess the whole group knows to not, just to not give Antigone random hugs, like when she asks for it. Like you all know better at this point.
so so you assume that Antigone is like the sort of person to give like a loving hug, but ultimately as she pulls away, she like asks you, parang, oh, my boyfriend ka na ba? My girlfriend ka na ba? Parang, tabahan mo na.
Yeah, you feel drained by those questions.
Parang, huh? Are we going to go through this again, tita?
Oh my god. All right. So yeah, you've survived. We're gonna take a short break so that I think we're overdue for about like 30 minutes at least
Right,
for a short
right.
break. I'm sure some of you have to go use to do whatever you have to do. We will be
Yes.
right back. We'll take around what 10 minutes.
Sure.
And yeah, we'll hit the BRB screen. If you're watching this, whether live or on VOD, yeah, we'll be back with more Forbidden Lands. Check you guys later.
Laters.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute the audio on the stream and play some music.
All right. Okay, did you forget
Oh my
anything?
fucking god.
What?
Good.
Why?
Um. Okay. I will say this after the stream ends.
Okay.
You weren't streaming at all. This
No,
entire thing wasn't broadcast.
we were streaming,
Okay, okay.
but
Uh,
the mics from the break
oh,
onwards
Hmm.
were on mute.
they're off. So when did you
Medyo,
notice?
I only noticed now when I changed the scene from intro.
Ay,
So
nako,
I want to
Mark.
apologize to you guys for fucking up so badly. Bow it next time.
Mm,
At least you
fine,
played the
man.
game, but yeah, like people won't understand it halfway through.
Uh,
Um,
we spent all that time explaining how experience works.
I know that's like there were some good bits. Like in fairness, like both the pre-break and the post-break had some good bits of
Mhm.
both action and like insights into the system. But yeah, like that's a huge mistake on my part. I'm very sorry. It won't happen again. So yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Next time I'm not muting the stuff during the break, but feel free to mute your
Yourselves.
respective
Yeah.
microphones. Yeah.
Yourselves. Yeah, yeah.
Next
I
time
think
yeah. Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah. So that's like one of the practices that me and JP do for table talk. That's why we don't mute during the breaks or during the intros.
Mm.
It's to avoid stuff like
Mm,
this. So I
You
don't know
will forget
why
something.
I lapsed. Yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
forget that
sorry.
your baby's on top